What is going on, everybody? It is your boy back at it again with another one. We got the Tennessee Titans, Baltimore Ravens, chance to go to the AFC title game. What is going on? How's it going, Ray Thompson? What's going on, One Pride 40? Says go Ravens. Green Wall Tree says hi. I do gotta share this out real quick. What's going on, Daniel? All right. I'm all shared out. What's going on, West Branch Ball? Um, I mean, I would like the Tennessee Titans to win, but I think the Baltimore Ravens will win. So I'll say the Baltimore Ravens. I mean, I'm just a realist, that's all. You know, Baltimore is really a fan favorite team to make the Super Bowl. So that's the only reason. I mean, like I said, I would love for the Tennessee Titans to make it to the AFC title game. And in fact, I wish they could make it to the Super Bowl. But realistically, you know, even if they do, okay, they got to go up against the Ravens. Okay? That's tonight. Then they got to go up against either the Texans or the Chiefs. Everyone's saying they're going to win a Super Bowl. Let's see them win a playoff game first. How about that? Yeah, I think so too, One Pride 40. What's going on, Jack Jew? Yeah, but you guys got to remember one thing. The Patriots also have been in a funk since the second half of the regular season. And it carried over to the postseason. And it cost them the playoffs. Yeah, I don't want to take nothing away from it, but look at what happened in that last game. The 49ers were in a bye week, right? Minnesota played last week. They destroyed the New Orleans Saints, right? The Ravens have gotten healthy. Mark Ingram is playing. If it would have been last week, Mark Ingram was not going to be playing. So with that being said, they got healthier. They're gonna be fresh, more fresh out there. So they're gonna be running the football. They're gonna be, doing different things that, that's gonna be able to, help them open up, the run game. And when you are able to run the football, it is a proven fact that you can win a championship like that. I mean, you can even go back to the 2000 Baltimore Ravens. All they did was run the football, play great defense, and and Trent Dilfer didn't screw up the game. What's going on, Micro Mike? Says Titans Derrick Henry gonna win. I got the Ravens in this one. As much as I want the Titans to win, I think Derrick Henry is a phenomenal athlete. I think he can really do some great things in this league, here on out. But the Baltimore Ravens did have a bye week. They got healthy. The Vikings, they played last week. The Titans, they played last week. That's the only reason that I got to go with the Ravens tonight. I mean, hey, I won't be mad if it's an upset. I really wouldn't. I'd be happy because, real talk, I want the Titans to win. I would love for them to win a Super Bowl in honor of Steve McNair. Air McNair deserved to win a ring, but he had to deal with the New England Patriots. Titans win, LOL. They'll get smashed in the second round. Hey, Micro Mike, you must have had him in some fantasy football. Nah, I mean, Derrick Henry is a phenomenal athlete. Like, real talk. Uh, I was shocked. Last year technically was his breakout year. You know, he didn't have everything put together. This year is a breakout year again, but this time he has everything together. Oh, I remember that. Oh, I definitely remember that. I mean, I wanted Derrick Henry in Detroit too. I ain't gonna lie. I ain't gonna lie. If he would have came here, man, hey, we would have probably at least been nine wins. I could have gave Derrick Henry about six wins, just alone. Same beast of a player. I don't know if you've what do you call it? Read his stat lines, Greenwall Tree. Let's do that while we're waiting for the game to come on. He had over 3,000 yards, 36 touchdowns, and 6 interceptions, along with all those rushing records. Hey, I would love ETN or Dobbins. I love Henry, just a bruiser, and Vrabel don't great as a coach. Oh yeah, Mike Vrabel has done a phenomenal job. I see you one prime voice says we need to get a back and a receiver just for the heck of it. What's going on, ISI? Hopefully I says your name properly. Says Lamar Jackson is the best football player of all time. I wouldn't give him of all time yet. I'll say of this year, absolutely. I mean, I got Lamar Jackson as the MVP this year. This back end receiver is loaded this year. Get Henry, and I'd cry happy of joy. Oh, absolutely. I would too, Micro Mike. To have him here in Detroit. But the one thing about Detroit, though, is we got to get an offensive line together. You know, shout out to Graham Glasgow. Did not allow a single sack this year. Was one of the highest rated offensive linemen. You know, him uh, and Frank Ragnow, you build around those two guys, that offensive line. Yeah, I hope we resign him too. William Pittman says Lamar better not get tackled. LOL. Lizard Play says, "Who are you going for?" I am going for the Baltimore Ravens. I would love for the Titans to win, but the Ravens got healthy and they had some time off, so they gonna be ready.
Baltimore for the
All
AFC
right,
division.
Baltimore is going to be kicking off to the Titans. So the start of the second half, the Ravens will have the ball
Ravens won the
first.
toss. They've deferred to the second half. Justin Tucker will kick it off. We are underway in the Charm
right.
City. Darius Jennings, deep
Titans
man.
start at the
Tucker
25.
throws it over his head, and it's coming out to the 25-yard line for Ryan Tannehill and the Tennessee
All
Titans.
right, let me get
He's
the,
put together a fantastic season when he stepped in for Marcus Mariota, who had been ineffective, but he is going to face a whole lot against his Baltimore defense. The blitz is something that the Ravens specialize in.
They blitz 55% of the time, but for Tannehill, he told us last night that gives him opportunities of one-on-one coverage, especially with his big tight end Jonnu Smith and his rookie wide receiver A.J. Brown.
Titans had a 20-13 win at New England in the wild card round. They shut out the Patriots in the second half. Second playoff win in the last 16 seasons. Hand it to Henry, the NFL's leading rusher, and a modest gain of a yard and a half. The offense for Tennessee, they're ranked 12th in total offense. Numbers are skewed a bit better with Tannehill in there. Strong offensive line. They all received Rolexes from Henry when he won the rushing title. And the skill position players, even without Delaney Walker, Jonnu Smith, the tight end, a step forward, and Anthony Ferkser had two huge catches, including a touchdown last week in Foxborough. 2nd and 9. Play fake. Tannehill being chased down, and he connects with Michael Pruitt. Another tight end for Tennessee, and he picks up a first down, 15 yards through the air, forced out by L.J. Ford of Baltimore.
Yeah, the first play of the game is a safety blitz from Earl Thomas. The Titans had the perfect play called, a rollout by Tannehill away from the blitzing safety Thomas, and a huge first down on this opening drive.
This team was 2-4, averaging 16.3 points per game. They averaged over 30 points per game the rest of the way, went 7-3. In the regular season after making the quarterback switch, and a lot of explosive plays. Handoff. Henry runs into a crowd.
Why isn't that working?
And the pile is carried for 4 yards going up the gut. Brandon Williams in on that stop. One of the Pro Bowlers for Baltimore. They had 12 this season defensively. They're ranked 4th in total defense, 3rd in scoring defense. They had to make changes during the season at the linebacker position, including Josh Bynes. L.J. Ford plays a big role, and when Tony Jefferson went down with an injury, Chuck Clark stepped forward. Maturity and versatility for John Harbaugh's squad. Henry remains in the backfield on a 2nd and 6. A.J. Brown, the motion man. Tannehill, the toss, and quickly swallowed up. Marcus Peters running over to hit Henry, and a loss of 1 on the play for the Titans.
Great tackle by Marcus Peters. Remember,
Just so you guys know, it's 3rd and 7.
Back in Henry, but he got his head and shoulders in front of Henry.
I am
to
trying to fix
back.
the field and
Henry
score.
didn't have much of a chance there. Tannehill should not have thrown that ball to his tailback on that play. Peters was right in his hip pocket.
When we asked Henry about the Baltimore defense, he said they're physical, disruptive, they create havoc early, but you have to stick with what you do well. Nickel package here on 3rd and 7. Play clock winds down.
And winds out.
We'll hear from Bill Vinovich, veteran referee.
Delay game. Offense. 5-yard penalty. Still 3rd down.
You can give the crowd a lot of credit for that one. Center Ben Jones could not hear Tannehill calling for the ball. Tannehill could see the clock running down, but the noise was too much for Ben Jones.
They packed 71,000 fans into M&T Bank Stadium, which opened back in September of '98. It is one of the most deafening venues in the league. Deion Lewis checks in now on 3rd and 12.
There we go.
From the gun, Tannehill steps up, delivers downfield, and it's incomplete. A.J. Brown,
4th and 12.
Jimmy Smith, part of that star-studded secondary. Back there for Baltimore, it's 4th down.
What's going
Brown
on,
just had 1
Luis
catch
Costello?
for just 4 yards last week against the Patriots. It's going to be a great battle all game long. Jimmy Smith with great coverage that time.
Greenwald Tree.
Tannehill faced a lot of pressure that time because of the blitz by Wink Martindale's blitzing defense.
And Brett Kern will come out to punt it. He had 4 punts inside the 20 last week. First team All-Pro and a Pro Bowler for the 3rd time in his 12-year career. Not much of a rush. DeAnthony Thomas is the deep man, angling over, bounces over his head.
Luis.
And Kern does it again.
And there is a flag on the play.
The 5, Titans track it down.
Oh, this is going to be first man to touch the ball, had been out of bounds.
William Pittman says, welcome to that defense.
And this will cost the
Abdul Terrell
Titans
says, let's
some
go
valuable
Ravens.
yardage.
Crookshank was down there. 57-yard punt.
Illegal touch. Kicking team number 29. The foul occurred inside the 5-yard line. That results in a touchback. First down on the 20.
Now you can see just how far out of bounds Crookshank is. He's got to know he cannot touch this ball.
So the Ravens would have been pinned deep in their own territory. They're going to get some breathing room here after the penalty.
Yeah.
Bill Vinovich's crew has called the fewest penalties
Michael Mike
per
says,
game
let's go Titans.
this season. So they spotted at the 20-yard line, and that's where the second-ranked offense in the NFL will take over, a 17-yard differential on the flag. Dallas averaged the most yards per game in the league this season. Baltimore averaged the
Brandon
most
Wall
points,
says, come on, Titans.
33.2. Mark Ingram, as they work out of the pistol. Nobody ran this formation more in the NFL than Baltimore. Jackson, pump fake. Jackson looking to run. Takes it to the other side. And forced out of bounds. This is what Mike Vrabel talked about. Make him run laterally. Do not let him hit the hash mark and take off. He gains 4. So Jackson did not play Week 17. John Harbaugh decided to start a bunch of backups in important roles just to get his guys some rest.
Yeah, Greg Roman, the offense coordinator, told me once.
All right, second and 6, 11, 15 remains in the first.
And also let him run the RPOs that he does so well. And this is pretty good, too.
Lamar Jackson got the first down.
Darting upfield for a first down. Picks up 9. Have to respect the possibility that he could hand it off to Ingram. He and Ingram have had tremendous chemistry with this mesh point.
But you can see he puts the ball in the belly of Ingram and holds it there as long as possible as he's reading the defense. Titans getting away with a hand across the face mask, but no grab there by Kevin Byard.
Jackson and Ingram, 2 of 5 Heisman Trophy winners that are active tonight for both of these teams. RG3, Derrick Henry, Marcus Mariota, the others.
All right, Ingram.
Ingram spun down immediately.
No gain.
Ready for him.
Maybe
no
a loss of 1.
Well, this Baltimore offensive line, another splendid job, and
you
have to adjust because Lamar Jackson is so unpredictable. They're anchored by Marshall Yonda, another Pro Bowl for him, his 8th. Backs and receivers, Ingram a Pro Bowl season, over 1,000 yards. Andrews a Pro Bowl season. Marquise Brown, the rookie out of Oklahoma, is dangerous, been dealing with injuries throughout the year. And there is Yonda, who was part of the Super Bowl champion Ravens, now in his 13th year. Jackson sells the fake, tosses.
Oh, first down.
He hits Andrews, 12 yards, and a first down. Coverage from Kevin Byard.
William Pittman says strong thunderstorm warning here in Charlotte.
Andrews had 64 catches in the regular season. #1 receiver
First out
for
to you,
the
William. Hopefully everything's
Ravens.
okay.
You can see how he runs away from the coverage of Byard. And there was no pressure at all on Lamar Jackson, and he's right on target.
We asked Andrews about Jackson. He said the game is in slow motion for him. He's grown so much mentally, and Greg Roman puts a lot on it. Motion man Boyle, give Gus Edwards.
Oh, first down.
Takes it into Tennessee territory. A couple of good moves upfield for 19 yards. That's a nice option to have in a reserve role. The Rutgers product, Gus Edwards.
Well, watch the center, the rookie, Patrick McCary. It's a good down block there. Zeus, Orlando Brown Jr. out in front. And a huge hole in the middle of the Titan defense for the first run for Gus Edwards.
Ravens lost Matt Skura to injury, so McCary has stepped in, the rookie out of Cal, at center. And the Ravens in business at the 36-yard line. Give it to Edwards and trip. As he gets back to the line of scrimmage, that's it. Defensively for Tennessee, Dean Pease is the coordinator. He was the coordinator for the Baltimore Ravens. Jarrell Casey, another fine season. The rookie Simmons in there. Rashaan Evans has really grown in year 2. Injury to Jayon Brown. That's a big hit. Wesley Woodyard and David Long Jr. will split snaps. And in the secondary, Logan Ryan had the big play last week, the pick 6.
And it was Long who made that tackle.
Louis says and it's a snowstorm here.
10 for Baltimore, opening drive for
prayers
the
out to you as well,
Louis. The Titans were forced to punt. Jackson tosses high.
Oh, intercepted.
Off the deflection, it's Kevin Byard. And the Titans come up with a turnover.
And the ball's at, I believe, midfield.
31-yard return with a flag down.
Oh, there's a flag.
Well, remember, Mark Andrews is playing with a bum right ankle, and he could not elevate to get up to this ball. Ball was not thrown all that high, but it just appeared that Andrews had trouble elevating
says, let's go Titans.
To make the catch.
Big time pick.
Logan Ryan in chase position here, but you can see.
After the interception during the return, personal foul. Offense, number 8. Grasping the helmet opening. 15-yard penalty from the end of the run. First down.
Wow, it's Jackson called on the twirl down.
Yeah, it was a
Wow.
hook collar tackle by Lamar Jackson. Watch that left hand of his. He'll go right into the back of the shoulder pads here. And right to the helmet.
Mike Vrabel was on top of it. Byard had 5 picks this season. He's had the most interceptions in the NFL since 2017 with 17 of them. And the second pick for Jackson in his last 255 pass attempts. Lamar Jackson had just.
All right. There's the timeout. It's got 7:49 remaining in the first. I do have to mute the game audio for copyrighted music and commercials. As soon as the game resumes, I do resume the game audio. I appreciate you guys for being patient. Tomorrow we'll be doing the Titans and Chiefs, Seahawks and Packers. On Monday is the Clemson LSU game. I will leave it up to you guys for Tuesday, what you guys want to see on my channel. And then I'll do the Pistons and Celtics on Wednesday. Thursday is the Celtics and Bucks. Friday is Michigan and Iowa. Saturday is Pistons and Hawks. And then next Sunday is the AFC title game and the NFC title game. Louis says, Milwaukee, Wisconsin, though, keep your prayers. One Pride 40 says it was a drop. One Pride 40 says Andrew should have caught that. I think it was a little too high for him. He was about a step, maybe a step and a half short of it. If he would have been about give it two feet or two steps, he would have definitely caught that. But what he did wrong was he batted it up. If he would have batted it down, that wouldn't have been an interception then. But because he tossed it back up in the air, that's almost you're asking for it to get picked off.
So Lamar Jackson is picked off on Baltimore's first possession. And after the penalty on Jackson, Tennessee has it at the 35-yard line. With Derrick Henry in the backfield. First down, 7:49 to play, opening quarter.
All right, ball's at the 35-yard line.
Henry is brought down after the gain of 3.5. Gene Steratore, so happy to have him in the booth with us here tonight. Gene, the call on Lamar Jackson, foul or no foul?
You know, I don't think it's a foul. He was up high underneath, but Bill Vinovich did announce that he grabbed the opening of the helmet. I think Jackson's arm gets underneath, but I don't see him grasping the actual helmet. It's a tough play for an official that's real close to that action as well, Ryan.
And Byard had a stiff arm into the neck area of Jackson trying to fend him off. So bonus yards for Tennessee and a 2nd and 7 now for the Titans. A steady dive.
Derrick Henry with the first down.
Run. Henry's a battering ram. He picks up 10. Hit by Earl Thomas.
Yeah, the addition of Roger Saffold, left guard here, has really been key for this Tennessee rushing attack. Watch him get to the second level there and just blow up Josh Bynes with that first down run.
And Tennessee going no huddle right now. 6:45 mark of the first. Henry 182 yards and a touchdown in the wild card victory last week. The last time these two teams met, though, he was held in check October of 2018. 7 carries, 21
Derrick
yards.
Henry.
He's got a running
Oh,
lane.
gained about 8 on that play.
Patrick Owasso among those there for Baltimore.
Well,
William
it's just
Pittman
a
said
simple
Lamar Jackson better not be a
dive play
one-trick
by Henry,
pony.
but he
1 by
gets so
40 says I want
quickly to the line of scrimmage.
Conklin
He told me
and
that the key is for
bring
his offensive line
Judon over
is
here.
to get off the ball. They're doing exactly that right now. Tremendous push from the offensive line against this huge defensive line of the Ravens.
Henry again.
Derrick Henry with about a gain a yard.
Straight ahead. A dive for half a yard. Domata Peko, the veteran, combining with Matthew Judon. It's no secret what Tennessee's going to do. Just look at the blueprint from a week ago. They were actually outgained by New England 307 to 272, but they had 201 yards rushing as a team.
William, who's up? Is the Lakers up on that game?
You asked Mike Vrabel, would he be aggressive on 4th downs? He said, we have to communicate if we feel it's 4-down territory. Tannehill. Out of the pocket. Tannehill. Gets
Got the first down. Ryan Tannehill.
At the end of the play, Owasso came over for the
Probably going to add
Ravens.
more to that run.
They're going to get Owasso for a late hit out of bounds. Tannehill really is the wild card with his running
Personal
ability.
foul. Unnecessary roughness. Defense number 48. Half the distance of the goal. Automatic first down.
Oh, that
It's
hurts.
called the least amount of penalties all year.
That's correct.
Well, they're hot
Ball's
tonight.
at, I believe, now the 6-yard line. Maybe
They are
5.
Yeah, I only bring up the 4th down philosophy because their kicker, Greg Joseph, for Tennessee, has
What's
not
going on,
attempted
Greenwald
a field
Tree?
goal
Welcome back.
for the Titans this season.
Louis says
It's been a short
Tennessee's
stint.
giving
He's
the
fourth
upset
kicker
tonight. Hey,
for Tennessee this year.
it might be looking like it.
1st and goal for Tennessee. They're thinking touchdown right now on a give for Henry.
Derrick Henry
And the
with
second
about
effort gets
2.
him inside the 5. Picks up 2 on the play. Michael Pierce there defensively for the Ravens.
Well, he's averaging a cool 4 yards a carry, 7 carries for 28 yards, and it appears that he stopped at the line of scrimmage, but when they put the ball down, he's gained 3, 4, 5 yards.
Tennessee has been outstanding in the red zone throughout the season.
Tennessee, this drive has 6 rushes, 0 passes for 31 yards. The drive's been going on for about 3 minutes and 20 seconds.
They get to this part of the field inside the 5 on a 2nd and goal. Rush coming.
Oh, got
He
sacked.
has to eat it. Earl Thomas. He did not have a sack in his career until this season with the Ravens, now in his 10th year in the NFL.
There he is right here. He's got a clear shot at Tannehill. Tannehill looking this way, never sees him. It's fortunate for Tannehill. He hung on to the ball as Thomas drops him for an 8-yard loss.
Finished the season with 2 sacks.
What's going on, WC?
After posting 0
Evan
with the
Lista?
Seattle Seahawks.
Says
3rd and goal,
stuff.
but back it up to the 12. Tannehill tosses end zone. Oh! Jonnu Smith.
Oh, they called it a touchdown. Jonnu Smith.
Grab. Working against Brandon.
Wow.
Carr. And the Titans strike first.
A brilliant one-handed catch in the back of the end zone, fighting with Carr there. The left hand goes out. Does he control it before he's out of bounds?
I think it's a touchdown.
Well, the fans just got to look at it.
That left cheek may have been down. One left cheek works like 2 knees, right?
Gene Steratore, of course, with us here in the booth. He's watching these replays as we are. Gene, what do you think?
I agree with Dan about the left cheek equaling 2 feet, Dan.
Can you split cheeks?
Yeah, I think you can, but I think you only need one to make this a completion.
Greenwald
Tremendous
Tree.
effort by
Come
Jonnu
on now.
Smith.
The bobble by Smith is what raises the question here.
All right, it's under review. I do got to mute the game audio for copyrighted music. As soon as we come back, they'll bring word on if it was a touchdown or not. We got 3:36 remaining in the first. Greenwald Tree says touchdown. Let's go rise up Titans. William Pittman says Lamar Jackson better thank the defensive men. LOL. William Pittman says that's without LeBron out with flu-like symptoms. Wow. Is Anthony Davis playing? Deem Dad, so does one cheek equal 2 feet? It definitely does. What's going on, MonStar? How's it going, brother? It's up to you. I'm doing great, MonStar. NFL meme, you can go to Hades. We don't do that in this one. Edwin North, what's going on? Says, just like one knee equals 2 feet. William Pittman says, no Davis, no Green. Wow, and they're putting a thumping on him?
Tannehill.
All right, it's a touchdown on the field.
Smith. The Tennessee Titans in front, waiting the extra point here from Greg Joseph. They go 8 plays, 35 yards on a 3rd and goal from the 12.
Because we don't do that type of stuff in here.
Tennessee now has 10 straight touchdowns.
And I'm gonna laugh when his stream gets shut down for copyright purposes and gets an NFL strike. Then he can't do that for 90 days.
Titans in front, 7-0. We'll be back in 30 seconds after this.
All right, we got a quick timeout. What's going on, Daniel? Says touchdown, Titans. Let's go. Abdul Terrell says they still got KCP. Yeah, KCP and Kyle Kuzma. What's going on, Beaver? Says so far so good.
They did get it right on. As soon as Jonnu Smith possesses this football, because there is a body part down, as Dan said, the play is dead immediately. There's a little ball movement there, and I know when you run it in super slow motion, it distorts it a little more than what really happens in live action. It was a good ruling by the officials on the field who really only got to see that one time as well.
Well, now Tennessee's got the
Beaver
advantage here in the first quarter.
You're welcome, Beaver. Appreciate you for coming out.
First quarter than the Baltimore Ravens. A plus 97 first quarter margin in the regular season. Joseph kicks it off to Anthony Thomas. This is returnable. The former Chief is ridden down to the 25-yard line. Streaming on CBS All Access, January.
All right, I do got to mute it for this little copyrighted music.
The season, they've turned that into 76 points. There's no better way to play complementary football than getting the interception, the long return, the penalty.
What's going on, Joseph Marshall?
Blitz sack by Earl Thomas, the touchdown to Smith.
This is a Ravens team that is riding a 12-game winning
streak. First and 10 ball at 25.
The longest in franchise history. Jackson on a give. Ingram
gain about 4.
Comes up just short of the 30-yard line. gain of 5. We check in with Evan Washburn.
Well, guys, from the Ravens sideline, during that previous possession, a number of the coaches were having interference.
Yeah,
in
Edwin, we don't curse in this stream. I appreciate that, though.
Down here that it didn't cut communications, but there was clearly some coaches that were
You
having trouble
cheats,
communicating upstairs. As the home team, that means I've been told that the Titans do not have to shut down their communication, so the Ravens just have to remedy it.
All right, Evan, right now Ravens down 7-0 with under 3 minutes to go in the first, 2nd and 5. Jackson. Step and fire. Hits his man, Willie
All right, first down,
And he's
Snead.
got a first down out across the 35-yard line. They pick up 6 through the air.
Now the pass protection last couple of times for Jackson has been just perfect. He had time to look over the entire field. Snead with a really super catch, reaching behind him to make the catch and knowing that the big hit is coming.
Lamar Jackson, first player in NFL history with over 3,000 passing yards and 1,000 rushing yards in a single season. Broke Michael Vick's record for rushing yards in a year by a QB, and Jackson takes it across the 40 for 4. Touched by Rashaan Evans as Jackson was going down.
2nd and 6.
Yeah, part of the game plan defensively for Tennessee is to play the game inside out. By that I mean take away the tight ends, make Jackson throw the ball deep and to the outside, and when he runs the option, to force him to bounce it all the way to the sideline and not give him those spectacular runs that we're so accustomed to right up the hash marks.
Team records this season: prolific offense, touchdowns, points, net yards. But right now it's Tannehill and the Titans in front, 7-0. Quick give to Ingram.
Gain of about 1.
Forward progress will get him 2. So sets up 3rd down for Baltimore. John Harbaugh's squad, most points scored in the first quarter this season. 2nd fewest points allowed. Now they just get on top of you and then don't let go.
And they convert
All
third
right,
down.
3rd and 5.
Second best in the NFL regular season at a 47% clip. And they go for it on 4th down.
They do.
Better than anybody. It's 70% clip.
17 of 24 on 4th down because they trust Lamar Jackson. 3rd and 5. It's going to be short of the line to gain. Seth Roberts. And now, what do? You just mentioned the 4th down numbers for Baltimore.
And here comes Gus Edwards. So we know what they're going to do.
4th down.
They're going to go for it on 4th down, and they're going to keep the ball in the hands of that man right there, Lamar Jackson.
Winding down in this first quarter. 4th and 1 for Baltimore. Ravens aren't even going to break the huddle here. And we will head to the second quarter here in the Charm City.
All right, that's the end of 1, folks. Titans up 7-0 at the end of 1. So tomorrow I'll be doing the Texans and the Chiefs, followed by the Seahawks and Packers. On Monday I'll be doing the Clemson and LSU game. Green Wall Tree says, Troxel, who do you want to win the Super Bowl? Well, I wanted real talk. I wanted the Saints, but the Saints got kicked out by the Vikings. So, yeah, I got happy when the 49ers beat them. So, it's between 49ers, Seahawks. Micro Mike says, Titans doing well. Demon Dad says, throw thumbs up and subscribe. Appreciate that, Demon Dad. Luis Costello says they getting that upset tonight. I'm telling y'all. Hey, they are looking good. Micro Mike says, I want the Lions to win the Super Bowl. Hey, absolutely. LOL, I know I need a joke since my team is... Yeah, our team is cheeks. Team Dad says, don't hold your breath, Mike. I would not dare.
Here.
All right, we're back.
A little back and forth between Lamar Jackson and the rookie Jeffrey Simmons out of Mississippi State. Didn't escalate. And we start the second quarter with the Ravens facing a 4th and 1. This is just the second time all season where they've trailed at the end of the first quarter. Have to go back to week 4. They were down 7-0 against Cleveland. That happened to be their last loss. Only 2 losses this year to Kansas City and to the Browns. Jackson.
Oh,
trying to get there.
I don't think he got it.
This is really close.
They got to bring out the
initial
sticks.
Look is short. David Long Jr., first one there for Tennessee. Jackson's trying to discuss the spot. Ravens indicating that he has enough.
Well, he doesn't follow Bozeman. He tries to cut up straight up the field behind his center, McCary. But right in the middle of that, remember we were just talking about Jeffrey Simmons. Well, Simmons defeated a double team, and that allowed Long to come through to keep Jackson what appears to be just short of that first down.
Had to get to the 46-yard line.
Where the ball is, it's nowhere near the 46-yard line.
What's going on, not you? Hey, I just got done doing the Niners game.
Just underway
So
here
they
in the
never
second
played
quarter.
each other this season, so Titans might give them a run
Titans
for that
believe
title
that they will
game.
take over on
My
downs.
Niners are in.
They clear the area for the measurement. It's short.
Always short.
That's the first time the Ravens have
Turnover
failed
on
to
downs.
convert a 4th and 1 all season.
Jackson running
All right, Edwin.
inside, and
I told you already.
Quickly.
Well, that's the key for both defensive lines today, is for the defensive line to occupy offensive linemen, let the linebackers run free, hit gap, and that's exactly what the rookie David Long did to prevent that first down.
It's not hard to
Vrabel
keep a
said
clean
to
chat,
Lamar
folks.
Jackson,
If you
can't
gotta
get
swear,
frustrated if he makes
this is
some
not the
people
stream
miss.
for
have
you.
to force him laterally if
My channel
possible.
is a clean channel.
That time
That is my
running
rules. I am the host.
inside,
So
could not
follow the rules
squeeze
or
in
get out.
between the
Point
center and
blank,
the guard.
period.
About as good a start as you could have for Tennessee.
Tannehill. Throws
For
it.
the home run ball. Separation.
Oh, got another one.
Raymond hauls it in.
Another touchdown.
Wow.
A deep one. 45
Oh,
yards.
Titans got this.
Tannehill. A dime.
Khalif Raymond is 5'8" and extremely fast. Great move there on Humphrey. Watch him
Raymond.
and
What'd
catch the
it
ball with his
do?
fingertips for the score. Another spectacular touchdown reception for the
And
Tennessee
he got
Titans.
possession of it. It's a touchdown.
The last 2 passes from Ryan Tannehill have been touchdowns. And the Titans offense is locked in.
When Tannehill let that ball go, I thought he overthrew Raymond. But Raymond with a burst as he crossed the goal
Yeah,
line.
not you, or get
and
kicked
then
out.
tracked the ball right into his hands.
Dan Raymond missed the last 2 games, including the playoff game, with a concussion. Extra point for Joseph.
All right. It is 14-0. Titans with a lead. Hey, real talk, if the Titans do win this game, that could be some history. Because not only do they knock out the #1 team in the AFC, They also took out the Patriots last week. Lamar ain't running, LOL, says William Pittman. Greenwald Tree says, we're telling you. Not you says, told you they're going to get that touchdown. What's going on, Chris? Says Baltimore better blitz. Titans killing them on that double move. William Pittman says, do you smell what the Pittman is cooking? Hey, if not, I better find it. Joseph Marshall says, is anyone else just shocked by this? Micro Mike says, Titans so underrated. Greenwald Tree says, Titans winning the Super Bowl. I'm betting my moderator bar. Whoa. All right. Deem Dad says, hey, man, what you think about my shirt idea? Hey, that was hilarious. Micro Mike says, I'm not shocked. I predicted win. Joseph Marshall says, heck, I'll bet my moderator bar too. MonStar says, just FYI, Molly is doing an NHL watch along tomorrow at 2 p.m. Nashville Predators at Winnipeg Jets. All right, I will definitely be putting my notification on as soon as she goes. What do you call it? Get the reminder for that stream as well. What is going on, Johnny? Appreciate your service, brother. Chris says, not Joseph. Tennessee plays a kind of game that can go toe-to-toe with them. Deem Dad says it's money. Johnny says, come on, Ravens. Michael Mike says they physical team. Physical teams win in playoffs. Absolutely.
Tennessee Titans get back-to-back touchdowns.
William Pittman says, I just became a Titans fan this quarter. No hate.
And the key now for the Ravens, don't rush.
I think they making me a believer too.
Play your game as Joseph kicks
I
it
want
off
the Ravens to win, but
Thomas.
Well, I think the Ravens will win, but
Thomas
hey, they making me a believer.
He's hit from the side as he crossed the 25-yard line. That's where the Ravens.
All right, ball's at the 25. Green, I bet my moderator bar 2, LOL. Greenwall Tree says, ooh, a girl. Joseph Marshall says, green, I bet my moderator bar. Oh, I already read that.
A touchdown. Tannehill threw for 72 yards
Joseph
last
Marshall
week.
says, now
Today,
we gotta
71
pray the Titans
already.
win.
First down for Baltimore. Fake it. Jackson turns and floats it.
Oh,
Dropped
my
by
goodness.
Seth Roberts. Catchable ball. Incomplete.
It was in your hands. What do you mean, catchable ball? It should have been a
just
caught.
appear to be a little bit out of sync right now.
Wow.
That play by Vaccaro may have distracted Roberts as the ball went right by and should have really been picked off by Vaccaro.
A #1 seed has won the Super Bowl 5 of the last 6 years. The Ravens were such a dominant group this year. They're just not accustomed to being in this situation.
Let's just hope Lamar ain't getting exposed tonight.
They didn't trail in the second half in those last 12 games of the regular season. Jackson. There's the fake, but the
Getting about
Titans
3.
harness him in with Correa, the former Raven, there to make the...
Luis says, you go for it on 4th. Demon Dad says, I bet my mod tag the Patriots don't make the AFC Championship. Greenwall Tree says, everyone in this chat, bet your moderator bar that the Titans are going to win. Chris says, all you all earned your mod tags. Trev just
This team set the NFL record for most rushing yards in a season, 3,296. Play clock is winding down. Jackson, sideline route. And it was caught, but by a defensive player who was not in the game, Anthony Levine. Marquise Brown, the intended target, and it's 4th down for Baltimore.
And defensive coordinator Dean Pease brought the blitz from his safety, Kenny Vaccaro.
Going to the Super Bowl.
And Vaccaro may have spent the clock up a bit on Lamar Jackson.
2:23
threw that ball way wide.
Chris says, now I got to behave.
So it's Sam Cook. Had only 40 punts this season because the Ravens were so good on offense. Right. Khalif Raymond, fair catch.
Ball at the 28. Deem Dad says, sorry too soon, question mark. Not you says they might go to the Super Bowl and beat my Niners. Joseph Marshall says, I hope they beat the Niners. Greenwall Tree says, let's go. We stopped them. Joseph Marshall says, Titans are my religion. Joseph Marshall, I thought you were a Panthers fan. Now the Titans are your religion. What's going on? Motor City Sports says NFL equals entertainment business. Absolutely. Greenwall Tree says hope the Hawks beat the Niners. Joseph Marshall says if they could beat God, they can beat the Niners. One Pride 40 says, well, didn't see that coming. Joseph Marshall says, for the playoff, they are my team. My team didn't make it. Greenwald Tree says, sniff, sniff, bandwagon. Just kidding. I'm on a wagon to the Titans, LOL. Hey, I ain't gonna lie. Both my teams got top 10 picks, so. My two teams are the Lions and the Cardinals. They both got top 10 picks. One Pride 40 says if Titans beat the Ravens, they're going to the Super Bowl. One Pride 40 says and winning. Greenwall Tree says Cards. Joseph Marshall says who's your playoff team this year? I had the New Orleans Saints. Liddell Wesley, what's going on? Says my money on the most experienced quarterback left. Packers. Deem Dad says my team got the number 1 pick, so I'm just running besides the Titans wagon. Luis Costello says Demon, my guy. I don't know. I might have a team start next week just to root for in the title game. Because that's when it really matters, is that title game. Packers equals moldy cheese.
Titans take over at the 28 on a give for A.J. Brown. Takes it to the outside, cuts it upfield, and Brown, the rookie from Mississippi, who has put together a fantastic year.
Down a yard
1,000
short.
1,000 yards receiving. Gains 9 on the ground for Tennessee.
And he just embarrassed the rookie Jalen Ferguson here. Steps right up inside.
Oh, my bad.
To pick
Wesley,
up those
my
8
man.
yards. He averaged 20 yards a catch, which was second best in the NFL.
But you mentioned last week, not part of the game plan. Throwing was not really part of the game plan. He just had 1 target against New England.
Derrick Henry got the first.
Hurdles for a first down. Just across the 40-yard line, and he picks up 4. Chris Wormley there defensively for Baltimore.
Well, you're starting to sound like a broken record, partner. Picks up 4. Henry picks up 4.
What's going
8
on,
carries,
York?
32 yards.
ASP says, bro, I live
that's
in
something
Tennessee.
Ryan Tannehill
Let's go
mentioned to
Titans.
us going against this Wink Martindale coach defense, that the incredible season
Appreciate you
Henry's
coming
had. Of
out,
course, everybody looks at
ASP.
the big runs, but he said it's been even more impressive when there's nothing there, and he turns it into 4 yards. New set of downs for Tennessee. Rush coming.
Tannehill.
Deep one.
Ooh.
Incomplete. He rainbowed that ball over Tajay Sharp's head. as he was matched up with the veteran Jimmy Smith.
Well, he saw the blitz coming. That's why he went up to the line of scrimmage to change the play. Saw the man-to-man coverage on the outside, but Jimmy Smith plays that absolutely perfect. Did not go for the little fake to the outside by Sharp and forced Tannehill to throw the ball beyond both of them.
Titans have won 4 straight road games, including last week in Foxborough. So they're building a lot of confidence in that underdog role. Dennis Kelly in, extra offensive lineman on 2nd and 10.
Oh, tackle for a loss.
Backfield. Brandon Williams engulfs King Henry, a loss of 4.
Well, we talked to Williams earlier in the week. He wears a T-shirt that says FSU, and it's not Florida State University. It's foul stuff up.
Well,
or words to that effect. Yeah, that's exactly what he did on that play. First time in a long time you see Henry go backwards after a handoff.
Thank you for cleaning that up, Dan. Very professional.
Third and 14
for Tennessee. Dime look here for Baltimore. They press the line. Tannehill from the gun. Protection holds up initially. Tannehill, pump and throw, and he just sails it to the sideline.
4th and 14. They got to punt it.
4th down.
That's exactly what the Ravens defensively needed, was to get off the field and get the ball back into Lamar Jackson's hands. Again, some more conversation on the field. Wise throwaway by Tannehill, not forcing the ball and giving the ball to the Ravens in good field position.
Tannehill took a pop from Jihad
OKC
Ward.
49 halftime.
And Brett Kern on to kick it away to DeAnthony Thomas, standing at the 15 for Baltimore. No rush. High kick. Bounces.
All right, touchback.
Through the end zone, out to the 20-yard.
Oh,
the 31,
there's a flag.
63-yard punt, but a net of 43. Hadn't heard from Bill Vinovich for a while. We've had 2 penalties on each side so far in this first half.
During the kick, holding, receiving team number 31. 10-yard penalty from the 20-yard line. Baltimore ball. First down. Timeout.
And it's one.
All right, there's a timeout, so they're going to cut to copyright music and commercials, so I do have to mute the game audio. As soon as the game resumes, I do resume the audio. What's going on, Shadow Kid? Can't say, but have a good stream. What a game, absolutely. So just letting you guys know, tomorrow I'll be doing the Titans and Chiefs, Seahawks and Packers. On Monday will be the Clemson Tigers and LSU Tigers in the national title game. I will be doing NBA and college basketball during the week. On Wednesday will be the Pistons and Celtics. Thursday will be Celtics at Bucks. Friday is Michigan at Iowa. Saturday is Pistons at Hawks. And then Sunday is AFC title game followed by the NFC title game. What's going on, Jordan? Says, what is this channel for the game? It is on CBS. You're welcome. Chris Cashball says the game better be in slow motion for Jackson. They only run 22 plays out of 4 formations. Most high schoolers have that. I appreciate that, Jordan. Yeah, I do this all year long. I do NFL, NBA, and college football and basketball. What's going on, Edwin? Says hi. Appreciate you for coming in, brother.
Are struggling
All right,
to get
we are
into
back,
gear
folks.
Here offensively, Dan.
And it doesn't help that this is their 4th possession, and they've started backed up on each one of them.
Ingram.
All right, Ingram with about a gain of
his way
6.
across the 15-yard line, and he gained 6 on the play. First 3 possessions, the interception. Jackson, as it bounced off the hands of the Pro Bowler Mark Andrews, gave it over on downs when they came up short on a 4th and 1, and then a quick 3 and out on their last possession.
Everyone says I'm going for the Ravens. Mark Jackson with the first down.
Accelerates. And it's a first down as he gains 5. Jarrell Casey, 4-time Pro Bowler with the hit.
No, that's a different person.
Divisional round results. Teams have
Wall
rested
Street.
their starting quarterback in Week 17 since 1990. It's a 9-5 record. Didn't seem to affect Jim Kelly, Donovan McNabb, Drew Brees. Most recent losses: Aaron Rodgers, 2011 against the Giants. Ben Roethlisberger against Jacksonville in the divisional round a couple of years ago.
But that type of run we just saw from
Yeah, it is.
Jackson to pick up the first down, that type of run knocks off a lot of rust. He went after that strongly.
Gus Edwards in. Jackson doesn't give it to him. Instead throws. Incomplete. Trying to hit Seth Roberts. And there were a number of Titans defenders in the general vicinity. 2nd and 10.
He's
All right,
seeing
we got
a lot
2nd and
of zone
10.
defense out of the Titans
9:52
secondary.
remaining
And
in
what's
the first
unusual,
half.
he's just 3 of 7 and only 1 to one of his tight ends. That was Mark Andrews.
And then the other storyline is the last playoff game for the Ravens. Jackson did not play well against the Chargers. It ate away at him during the offseason.
Ball's at the
And he
21-yard
said
line.
It's something that he thought about quite a bit. Getting back out here. He got booed. The team got booed last year in that loss to L.A. Knocked away on the floater to the sideline.
Brock Sr. got
Marquise
that.
Brown, the intended receiver, and Tremaine Brock, who was a late season pickup and has played quite a bit for Tennessee.
Says if the Titans keep scoring, that means the
Jackson
Ravens
now
defense is suspect.
has missed his last 4 because of that great play by Brock, breaking on that
Listen,
ball,
play
getting
says,
his
"Come on,
right
Titans,
hand
let's get
to
it."
knock it away and not have any contact.
Just Marshall says injury.
But again, the Titans taking away
violent flashbacks
Jackson's
from the
favorite
last time he
targets,
played the
that
Titans.
is the tight ends.
And
In
now
the
it's 3rd and
playoffs?
10. Justice Hill is in there. Greg Roman trying to dial something up to get this offense
All
going.
right, 3rd and 10.
Jackson steps and throws.
Oh!
Caught the 42 by Marquise Brown.
Marquise Brown to the 49-yard line
Takes
of
it into
Tennessee.
territory to the tune of 30 yards on the reception.
Well, he's got all the speed in the world. And watch how the Titans just dropping into their zones. Good clear out by Seth Roberts. That allowed
What's going on, Jeffrey?
Hollywood
Says,
Brown
go
to
Titans.
make
What's
that
up?
catch, get up the field. Best play of the night offensively for the Ravens.
We have seen his ability to separate throughout the season. 7 touchdowns in his rookie year. 25th overall pick. First down. Jackson keeps.
Ooh, Jackson with only a gain of a yard.
Jackson looking for a flag. Fans looking for a penalty as well. Jeffrey Simmons makes the play for Tennessee. A 1-yard pickup.
It could have been a bit of a late hit by Simmons as Jackson on the ground and Simmons comes in with an elbow to the head. Jackson says, hey, what the heck?
Now Gene Steratore with us here in the booth as well. What'd you see, Gene?
I think he has a point there that's unnecessary, completely unnecessary on the play.
Some people say, well, he was a ball carrier, but that doesn't matter. Right, Gene? You can't hit him while he's on the ground with an elbow like that.
Totally agree, Dan.
Did that remind you of Clowney against Philadelphia a little bit with Carson Wentz? Knocked him out of the game. On a give to Ingram, turns it upfield. And Ingram picks up
with the gain of 3.
He's
3rd down.
Just short of the 45 by Simmons, who was bouncing back from an ACL injury. Simmons has made his presence felt in this divisional round so far.
8 minutes remaining in the second
Tennessee
quarter.
Titans.
And another 3rd down for the Ravens. They've struggled so far in the ball game, just 1 of 3. And remember, they failed on a 4th and 1 earlier in the first quarter.
8th play of the drive. Baltimore in Tennessee territory at the 45-yard line, still looking for their first points of the night. 3rd and 6. Jackson slings
Oh,
it
got the first.
to Mark Andrews. First down, Ravens inside the 30. 16-yard hookup.
You know, people talk about his delivery and everything, but by throwing it sidearm so many times, it quickens the delivery. And that time it was just enough to get it by Vaccaro and Woodyard and into the hands of his tight end, Mark Andrews.
So this drive remains alive for Baltimore. We will hit the 7-minute mark of the second quarter.
And remember, they started at the 10-yard line, so this is an outstanding drive led by Lamar Jackson.
They go with a more traditional look for Jackson
first
under
and
7. Fake it, play action. Jackson downfield, and it was held up there for
Dory
quite a
Jackson
while.
with
Marquise
a
Brown
breakup.
in a matchup with a Dory Jackson, and Jackson steps in front to knock it away.
Yeah, this ball fluttered. You can see it's out of spiral there, and Jackson had time to come over, but this is part of the game plan. We talked about Dean Pease' plan is to make Jackson throw the ball to the outside, and Jackson will tell you this is an area where he needs to improve.
Team Dad says Titans need to
The
hold
ball
him
just
to a
got
field
away
goal.
from him.
And huge that Tennessee has gotten back a Dory Jackson. He had been
All
out
right,
since
2nd and 10.
December the 1st with a foot injury and looked good last week in the win over New England. Fake it. Jackson tries to circle. Titans
Oh, got us.
and he gets
Tackle for
drilled by the
loss.
veteran Logan Ryan. Trying to take it to the outside, and it's a loss of 3 for Baltimore.
Well, really good job of eyes by the linebacker Correa there as he's held his ground. And the veteran Logan Ryan had a huge interception last week. Correa getting congratulations on the sidelines.
Ryan had high praise for Lamar Jackson. He said it's like high school when
right,
someone
3rd
just
and
looks
12.
faster than everybody else, except Jackson's doing it at the NFL level.
Oh, he dropped it. 4th down.
Mistakes.
Well, you talked about rust, Ian, and this ball is thrown behind Snead, so it's a rusty throw. And watch Snead have trouble bringing it in. That's the 3rd drop of the day by Raven pass receivers.
And it brings out the field goal unit, and Justin Tucker will attempt a 49-yarder.
All right,
All-pro this season for Baltimore.
Justin Tucker. Mr. Automatically,
Accurate kicker in
the
NFL
kick is
history
up,
puts
and the
Raiders
kick
on the
is
board.
good. All right, 14-3, 5:52 remain in the first half. Team Dad says, yep, it's called Don't Forget About the Titans. This is a sequel to Remember the Titans. Jeffrey says Ravens with a sick face and puke face. Javier Gutierrez says let's go. Team Dad says Titans need a touchdown to put some distance between them. Greenwall Tree says Troxel win was the first time I watched your live stream. It was a college bowl game. Now, which game was it? No, wait. Wasn't it the Titans and Saints game? Oh, okay. Okay, so you came in the same time as as Demon Dad did with FSU and Arizona State. Not You says this reminds me of the year when the Eagles won the title. Yeah, I can see that. Not You. Oh, it was either the Niners or Hawks or the Sun Bowl. Demon Dad says that's my joke. LOL.
Yeah. No. It never made it out of the truck. Kickoff from Tucker. Jennings, return man. Going to take this one out. Gets belted.
Ball at the 19-yard line
by Anthony Levine Sr. Ryan Tannehill, so far so good. Over the last 6 weeks.
All right,
they've been in
back.
playoff mode for an extended period of time. Fake it. On the boot.
Oh,
Smith
loss of a yard.
gets leveled by Earl Thomas. No gain on the play.
Well, Earl Thomas came from center field to make this play. He ran about 30 yards and comes up with a strong tackle on a guy that outweighs him by about 40 pounds.
Oh, wow. They said no gain.
He's been doing throughout his 10-year
Second
career.
and 10.
Huge.
He was a yard
acquisition
short,
by
though,
the
but
Ravens, one of many.
Second and 10. We approach 5 minutes to play. First half here in Baltimore. 14-3. The Titans in front. Handoff, Henry.
Derrick Henry with the first down to the 40, to the 45.
Thomas, and he's out of bounds. First down run for Derrick Henry. A workhorse for this Tennessee offense. That's a 27-yard rip.
Well, watch the blocking here of Taylor Lewan, 77, and Roger Saffold, and then the vision to get to the outside, and then you don't want any part of that. One time, and another time just in the middle of the back on Earl Thomas. Biggest run of the for the evening, 27 yards.
Oh, absolutely, Chris.
First down for Tennessee at the 46-yard line. A jump on that left side from Taylor Lewan. And here's Vinovich.
False start. Offense number 77. 5-yard penalty.
Taylor Lewan with the false start. All right, some copyright music. I got to mute it for. So just a quick heads up. I will be doing the Texans and Chiefs, followed by Seahawks and Packers tomorrow. First and 15.
He was 74% of the Titans' offense last week. Second highest all-time percentage in the playoff behind just Eric Dickerson. Floater, caught by Henry. And he's hit down low by
Ball at the 49.
Justin Ellis. The man called Jelly limits him to an 8-yard gain through the air.
Why do you think they call him Jelly?
The Seahawks and Packers
I
game
think we
is going
can
to be wild.
surmise why.
Well, he's one of the big guys. He's 350. Brandon Williams goes 336. Michael Pierce,
like this,
345.
them to a Super Bowl.
Domata Pecco, 325. There's a lot of jelly on that front line.
You were blown away at practice just at their sheer size on the defensive line. I think you had
All right, second and 7.
It happens.
No peanut butter.
Second and 7.
Derrick Henry gain about a yard.
He was met at the hole after he gains a yard. He tried a zigzag move and couldn't get around Michael Pierce and Josh Bynes.
Bynes, another one of those acquisitions mid-season. Former Raven. They bring him back because he knows the system. He's been a huge contributor.
And that's what John Harbaugh hit on in our meeting with him The fact that the defense has been such a great story. Guys that were not expected to be part of this are playing a huge role. A huge third down here with 2:48 to play first half. Tannehill on 3rd and 6. Out of the pocket. Tannehill delivers downfield.
Oh, he dropped it, and it was a near interception.
Corey Davis. For a moment there, it looked like it was going to be picked off. Tyus Bowser back there for Baltimore.
Oh, Bowser can't believe he didn't pick this off. Watch number 54 run with Davis. He locates the ball, gets a hand on it, and prevents Davis from making the catch. Great play by Bowser.
So it's Brett Kern time for Tennessee. DeAnthony Thomas is the deep man. Thomas, the former Kansas City Chief. Thomas lets it bounce, and a wise decision.
All right, touchback.
Touchback.
All right. There's copyright music and commercials. I do got to mute the game audio for as soon as the game resumes. I do resume the game audio. Appreciate you guys for being patient. So after tomorrow's games, the Texans and Chiefs, Seahawks and Packers. On Monday, I'll be doing the Clemson LSU game. Tuesday, I'm going to leave it up to you guys on what you guys want to see. If there is nothing, then I'll be taking the day off. Wednesday will be the Pistons and Celtics. Thursday is the Celtics and Bucks. Friday is Wolverines and Hawkeyes. Saturday is the Pistons and Hawks. And then next Sunday is AFC title game followed by the NFC title game. If you're new to the channel, I do college basketball and football, as well as the NFL and NBA. I will be doing every game humanly possible for March Madness. And we're going to have some fun. Appreciate that, Demon Dad. My goals will be at 2,000 for Super Bowl. I would like my boy Trox to get 50 likes and 1275. Greenwall Tree said I meant 14-0. West Branch Ball says Michigan State 2020 March Madness champions. Greenwall Tree says ew, not the Spartans. MRD 1228 came into the clutch, says go blue. Absolutely appreciate that.
Ravens can't get out of their own way right now. DeAnthony Thomas called on the penalty for blocking after a fair catch signal.
Julie Hudson says, I can't
and because
say
he blocked at about the 10-yard line, it's a spot foul.
I'm kind of hoping for the
half distance, so they'll start at the 5-yard line. And the veteran DeAnthony Thomas getting an earful from his head coach.
And John Harbaugh, of course, a former
you know, I did
special
start
teams
this
coach
stream
in
with Baltimore winning just because, like, we just got done with the Vikings and 49ers. Hey, you know something?
Ravens have all 3 timeouts remaining, 2.5 to go. First half.
I'm going to say that the Titans might upset.
Willie Snead for a 5-yard
if they can make it 21-3.
Baltimore, the highest scoring team in the NFL
It
this
very
season,
well could be.
33.2 points per game. They've been held to 3 in this first half.
Greenwald Tree says, or
Second and
MRD
5 for the Ravens.
1228 says Amor is off tonight. Vrabel is
They're just the
sticking it to him.
third team to average more than 33 points
Greenwald
per
Tree
game
says
and allow
Sunday
less than
2020
19
March Madness
points
champions.
per game. The 07 Patriots, the 98 Vikings, the other two. And we hit the 2-minute warning.
All right, that's 2-minute warning. Second and
Ravens
5. Abdul Taro says 1228. That's my birthday. Demon Dad says tree, laughing, rolling laughing face. West Branch Ball says Arizona State has a basketball team. Yes, they do. What's going on? Rodney Brewer says, what's up? What's going on? West Branch Ball says Oregon is going to take the Pac-12. Green Wall Tree says, not the Ducks. They stink. Hi, Rodney. Demon Dad says, so my Buckeyes, they on a slump right now, but they good. Hey, they in the top 10, ain't they? Rodney Brewer says, I'm watching on TV and it seems like it's delayed a little. Yeah, YouTube itself has an automatic 20-second delay. Julie Hudson says, as far as the Pac-12, go Ducks. Greenwall Tree says, it's Rodney, it's 20 seconds delay. What's going on? The Gridiron Blitz says, you good, man? Yeah, we good over here. You know, we got 56 rocking. Appreciate you guys. We hit 1,270 people. Appreciate that. Appreciate each and every single one of you guys. West Branch Ball says Ohio State is 11. Michigan State is 8. Rodney Brewer says Ohio State is really good. Demon Dad says, yeah, we 11. My bad. The Gridiron Blitz says Mike's harder, baby. York ASP says Tennessee, my state, tightens up. Greenwall Tree says, remember this family-friendly chat. No cursing, no inappropriate junk, no self-promotion, no, and always have a good time. Good vibes only. Appreciate that. Ohio State dropped its 4th L in a row, says West Branch Ball. Ronnie Brewer says, I'm in West Tennessee, tightens up.
It's an unpredictable injury. That
Rodney
strain
Brewer
in the
says
left
Ohio
calf,
State,
mild to moderate was how it was described.
or
As you can
football.
see, has that wrap on there. We'll get something official at halftime for his status, fellas.
Justice Hill, who's in, replacing Ingram, takes it to the perimeter.
All right, Ingram
Kevin
looks
Byard
banged up.
makes the play defensively. 5-yard gain for Baltimore. Ingram was injured week 16 against Cleveland. Such a huge part of this Baltimore offense this season. 15 total touchdowns, the most in his career.
And because coming to the end of the first half, we're going to see a lot more of Justice Hill. He made a nice catch on that low pass.
Hill's the rookie out of Oklahoma State. Jackson looks. Jackson fakes and throws it away.
Throws that out of bounds.
So a minute 47 to work with here. 2nd and 10 for Baltimore. All 3 timeouts, but the Titans have all 3 timeouts. So the Ravens have to be careful in how they handle this clock.
Yeah, by throwing that ball out of bounds, stops the clock. Brings up a 2nd and long. Everything going the right way for the Titans, and absolutely a frustrating first
Brian
half
Brewer says
for
Titans
number
are
8 and
goated
his
up.
Ravens.
Let's go Titans. It's almost halftime.
Ravens do get the ball to start the second half after deferring.
Lamar Jackson got sacked.
Correa back in Baltimore with a bang.
Well, Justice Hill is in the ballgame as a pass receiver.
He had a wide
releases
open
on his
lane
route.
for
that
it.
allows Correa to take the inside route right to Lamar Jackson. Correa had 5 sacks on the regular season. They're going to lose 6 yards on this play.
3rd
And
and
Tennessee
16.
wisely uses their first timeout.
Correa was a second-round draft pick of Baltimore in 2016. He was traded for a sixth-round pick to Tennessee in 2018.
Welcome to the playoffs, NFL Lamar.
Titans stop the clock with 1:43 to play. And now if you're Baltimore, 3rd and 16, you just go conservative here. I know you got Lamar Jackson, so is it ever too conservative? But force Tennessee to use another one of those timeouts. 3rd and 16. Nope, they're going to throw it. Jackson.
Oh, got the first down.
Seth Roberts.
Ball at the 35.
MVP season for Lamar Jackson.
Roberts
got
shaking
125
up after the
left in the
tackle,
first
falls
half.
to the sideline. But again, it's a very loose defense in the pass coverage. Jackson with a beautiful throw.
The drive continues. Jackson out of the pocket. Jackson looking for the angle. Now will toss it downfield and almost hits the rookie Justice Hill. Incomplete. With 1:08 left in this first half. Wesley Woodyard was giving chase to Jackson. Roberts, the medical staff, over to check on him. Roberts came over from the Oakland Raiders as a free agent. Signed a 1-year, $2 million deal with Baltimore.
Not only is Mark Ingram, but also Roberts
in place on that Ravens sideline. Miles Boykin, rookie from Notre Dame, 3rd-round pick, number 80, checks in. Jackson.
Oh, first down. Ball at the 50 into Titans territory. Ball at the 49.
Covers 16 yards and a first down.
Well, we're seeing a bend but don't break defense now, trying to contain the big play to the Ravens. But Jackson, with time to throw, now is finding his receivers in huge voids in the secondary. Interesting, Mark Andrews not in the game for the Ravens.
And Seth Roberts is in the game. He returns working out of the slot. Ravens trailing 14-3. 1 minute to play in this first half. Willie Snead trying to break away from Logan Ryan. And getting close to field goal range here for Tucker. 7-yard gain for Baltimore.
They still got. Why haven't they took out the time?
3 timeouts.
You got 3 timeouts. Why do you kill at least 20 seconds?
Jackson steps forward and will run to the outside. Jackson turns the corner on Evans for a first down.
All right, first down.
Rashaan Evans,
with 31 seconds remaining.
Hitter, but could not get a clean look at Jackson as he veered to the outside. Jackson has that video game speed. Such a serious weapon.
And how many times have we seen the spin in that Cincinnati game?
He's perfected.
Hey, that's the truth, Chris.
You never get tired of seeing it either, can you?
Remember, it was
I can't stand that prevent stuff that
line. He hits Roberts
the Detroit Lions run
to keep this drive going. And now the Ravens in Tucker range, and they still have 30 seconds to work with. Jackson.
Oh! A sack by Jarrell Casey.
He has been so consistent for Tennessee. 5 sacks this season, at least 5 sacks in 6 straight seasons. Back in 30 seconds after this from Progressive.
All right, I do got to mute it for the commercial. We got 26 seconds remaining in the second quarter. It is 14-3. And the Ravens have been marching down the field on this drive. Jeffrey Russell says, come on, Titans.
But we talked about a spin move. Watch Jarrell Casey come in here and then spin back to the inside as he beats the block of the rookie McCary to bring down the quarterback.
Oh, wow, that's crazy, Chris.
So that wallop from Casey forces Baltimore out of field goal range. Right now they're looking at a 64-yard attempt. Jackson trying to get back the yards, and he does on the hit to Justice Hill. It'll be 3rd down after picking up 5. Kevin Byard with the tackle. And another timeout taken. 18 seconds to play.
All right,
First
Baltimore
half.
use another timeout.
Phil, Nate, Boomer, and Coach Cowher. Congratulations to Coach. The Pro Football Hall of Fame. It's all coming up on the Verizon Halftime Report. What a moment in the pregame show when Bill was surprised with the news.
Congratulations.
Hey,
Rookie.
shout out to Bill Cowher.
What, is there some kind of initiation or hazing? I don't want to know if there's something that I'm not supposed to know about.
Well, it has to do with beverages.
Okay.
Many.
Just leave it. Leave it. Let it sit there for a moment. I'm assuming he buys your beverages. Is that what it is?
Well, we'll see.
Right now they're looking at a 60-yard field goal. 3rd and 14. Jackson airs it out into a crowd.
Oh, wow.
Marquise Brown.
Marquise Brown down at the 5.
He snares it for the Ravens. What a grab.
A one-handed beauty. Just outrunning Adoree Jackson. Snags it with his right hand. Absorbs the hit from Hooker. And puts the Ravens inside the 5-yard line.
Incredible.
One-handed all the way. Never even brought his left hand to the party. I don't know what's more impressive, the catch itself or absorbing the hit from Amani Hooker and not.
All right, Baltimore is out of timeouts. Tennessee only has 2. We got 11 seconds.
Machine. And Baltimore has
Ball at
used
the
its
4.
final timeout with 11 seconds left. They've got a 1st and goal. This could be an immense momentum swing.
And again, this is where you're so blessed to have Lamar Jackson running the offense. His ability to create in small spaces are key right here.
The one thing you can't do is take a sack. Jackson on 1st and goal. Jackson stays upright.
How did he stay
And
upright?
tosses it into the crowd. Good catch by number 8.
Got 3 seconds.
Front row. Harold Landry, the 3rd, with the pressure. Verizon halftime report. JB and the gang. Latest from around the NFL. The San Francisco victory to advance to the NFC Championship game. It's all coming up on the Verizon halftime report.
Well, Landry led the
Ronnie
Titans
says
with
GG.
sacks this year with 9, and that pressure there just saved
Greenwald
at
Tree
least
says
4
miss
points.
it, miss it.
Dan, if he gets him down, there's no field goal attempt. There's no possible way Baltimore can get on the field. And because Jackson tossed it away, it's a 22-yard attempt. Chip shot for Tucker.
Ball is up. Kick is good.
Time expires in his first half. Baltimore
14-6. That is halftime, folks. Yeah, sorry about that, Chris. Rodney Brewer says 14-6 halftime. Do appreciate all 71 of you guys in the building. Tomorrow, we kick off tomorrow with the Titans and Chiefs, followed by the Seahawks and Packers. Then on Monday, we got Clemson and LSU for the national title game. I'm not too sure what I'm going to be doing on Tuesday. I'll leave it up to you guys. And then on Wednesday, we got the Pistons and the Celtics. My Detroit Pistons take on the Boston Celtics in Boston. And then that Thursday, I'll be doing the Celtics at the Milwaukee Bucks. Friday, I'll be doing Michigan Wolverines at Iowa Hawkeyes. And then Saturday, I'll be doing the Pistons at the Hawks a week from today. And then the AFC title game and NFC title game next Sunday. So we're definitely going to have some fun. If you're new to the chat and you enjoy college football and basketball, as well as the NFL and NBA, definitely want to subscribe and we can have some fun. Huge stop for the Titans, says Julie. Greenwald Tree says, you mean Texans? What did I say? Did I say the Titans? Or did I say Texas? What's going on, Brennan? Oh, man. My apologies. I'll be doing the Texans and Chiefs, Seahawks and Packers. Why is the NFL memes hidden? What are you talking? Oh, that's because we don't do what he does. It's illegal. He broke what do you call it? Chat rules. But I will be in your guys in the chat. You guys can what do you call it? Green Wall Tree. You want to post the rules up? You see where it says no self-promotion? He was self-promoting his channel. That is illegal in my chat. Now, if you're cool people, we've been kicking it for a real long time, and you say, hey, I am a content creator, then I'll, look you up and things like that. But he straight up was talking in, what do you call it? Trying to take my people that's in my chat over to his channel. Ain't gonna happen. That's against the rules. And then what he does on his channel is against the law. So that man could kick hot coals with no shoes on. He said he didn't self-promote. He said he was watching the game on TV. Alright, let me look at it up again, okay? Just give me 1 second. Okay, it looks like I gotta do it the other way. Alright, there you go. All right, I am going to take a quick halftime break. I will be back. I will be in the chat, folks, so go ahead and chat it up, and I'll chat back with you guys. All right, I am back, folks. And they are getting ready to kick it off.
Evan Washburn down on the sidelines. Gene Steratore, our rules analyst, here in the booth with us. Well, you've got a couple of storylines developing here. Tennessee's trying to pull off a stunner against Baltimore.
Oh, you do NFL
in the
memes?
AFC. Let's start with the Ravens,
any funny
because
ones,
they do
man?
get
You
points
got-
at the
you got
end of the
yourself
first half,
a,
something to build on, and they do get the football
you out.
to start the third quarter.
But a huge concern is the health of Mark Ingram. I saw him with a
Got a
big wrap on
SpongeBob
that
meme.
left calf that he injured a couple weeks back.
Hey, you got a
He
new
can't
subscriber,
go. That puts the
NFL
onus
memes.
on Gus Edwards and Justice Hill. But Lamar Jackson with a great
All right,
drive at the end
ball
of the
to the
half to get
15,
3 points.
20.
Anthony Thomas
25.
is forced along the sideline and out of bounds. This is a Tennessee team that is not intimidated. They are very
ball at the
confident, and they're
24.
showing it here at M&T Bank Stadium. We set it down to Evan Washburn.
Line, let's start with Mark Ingram. As you mentioned, had that pad on the left calf, was not part of the last series for the Ravens. He came out of the tunnel, no pad on that calf. He's working through it, clearly doing some drills here on the sideline, testing that calf. He's got a machine that's constantly massaging it. I've been told there's no change to his status at this point. He's going to try and fight through it here in this third quarter. And as for
What's
John
going on,
Harbaugh, he said, we
Detroit?
just got to go score. I feel like they found something in that final drive. They're looking for chunk plays out of the gate.
Evan, only the second time this season they did not have a touchdown in the first half. The first was at Kansas City, which was a loss.
Ooh, dropped the pass. Boyle.
Pass by Nick Boyle. It's 2nd and 10 for Baltimore.
Oh, there's some copyright music. Yeah, so NFL meme. You got your 10th subscriber, man. If you guys can, go ahead and go to NFL memes and subscribe to them. Siptroit says finally off, checking out the crew. That's what's up. Appreciate that, Siptroit. Definitely subscribe to Siptroit as well. Great content creator. I appreciate that, NFL memes. What? Amy blocked you? Hey, you don't suck, man. Come on now. You bring great content.
By Jackson. He's indicating it's a clear first down.
He is working hard to get this first down, too. Bouncing off
Sorry about that. I didn't know I had
defenders
the
and then
game
laying out
muted.
to pick up the first down. Great effort.
And Evans hugged Jackson around the neck area on the tackle. It is a first down for Baltimore. Jackson throws it. Incomplete, broken up. Nick Boyle.
All right, Chris, I'll
diving
talk
for
to her.
And it's a Dory Jackson back there for Tennessee.
Well, watch Adoree Jackson come in with the just enough to get that ball away from Doyle. Mark Ingram back in the lineup, but where is Mark Andrews? That's 2 passes on this drive that were targeted to Boyle, both incomplete.
Boyle had 31 catches, 321
All right,
yards,
2nd
2
and 10.
touchdowns this season. Andrews had 64 catches for 852 yards and 10
Ball at
touchdowns,
the
dealing with an
34.
ankle injury. Ingram
Mark
back.
Ingram.
Good second effort.
Ooh.
Mark Ingram wouldn't go down
Good
on
second
first
effort.
contact. And he carries it to the 41-yard line. The combination of Byard and David Long bring him down.
There's an injured Raven holding his
And
ankle.
it's Nick Boyle grabbing at the lower right leg. We'll step aside.
All right. Yeah, Abdul, she blocked Chris. The videos on my channel are, hey, might as well videos. Old school YouTube style. Michael Jackson, yeah, during commercials and copyrighted music, I do have to mute it. But as soon as the game resumes, I do resume the audio. But I appreciate you for coming out, man. Appreciate that. What's going on, RC? I appreciate that, NFL memes. Hey, hopefully you can hit 100. Yeah, West Branch Ball, I'm one of the 10.
And tune in Sunday, January 26th, 3 p.m. Eastern to see amazing plays, mic'd up players, epic celebrations, and don't miss the Pro Bowl Skills Showdown Thursday, January 23rd at 9 p.m. Eastern on ESPN. Nick Boyle walked off on his own. He is pop-up tent along the Baltimore sideline. Mark Andrews and Hayden Hurst are both on the field for Baltimore.
Ball at the 41.
Hurst, the motion man. Jackson.
Oh, got the first. Ball at midfield.
And he's hit at midfield for a gain of 9. And Brown is grabbing his helmet as he goes down.
He's been targeted 7 times with 4 catches. Of course, that beauty at the end of the first half.
And no chances taken here as Brown is escorted to the sideline.
There's that sidearm flick. He's right around the defense.
So Brown takes the helmet off. They're going to work the neck. And Chris Moore comes into the game. So he took
West Branch Ball. If subscribers are hidden,
Austin Johnson got him.
like the actual subscriber hides their subscription,
Jackson, plenty of time.
then it won't pop up. It'll just count as the on the counter.
Dory Jackson is there once again for Tennessee.
Well, the coverage is absolutely perfect by Jackson as he's going for the ball. And really good timing.
Can you play it much better than that? Dory Jackson avoiding major contact and working around the receiver to knock it away. 8th play of the drive here for Baltimore.
Troxel Blitz lets me mess around a little. I guess Amy doesn't.
Still early.
I'll talk to her, Chris.
Tennessee
Trust me.
leads the Ravens 14-6. Winner goes
Between
to the
me and Blitz,
game.
you'll be back in.
Jackson cannot turn the corner, and a flag thrown as he picks up 4. Rashawn.
They're going to get the Ravens for holding. Trying to buy time for Jackson as he's going to the outside, but this one's going to come back.
While Ravens and Saints sure know how to choke.
Holding. Offense number 89. 10-yard penalty. Repeat, second down.
And it's Mark Andrews, the guilty party for Baltimore.
He's working against Vaccaro. And he grabs the jersey right there, and Vaccaro does a good job of selling it as well.
Says she's also a Pats fan. I had to laugh a little bit.
Didn't create any extra space for Jackson as he was forced towards the sideline by Evans.
Jackson now 12 carries for 40 yards.
All right, 2nd and 17.
Jackson finished the season with 1,206 rushing yards.
12:20 remaining in the third.
It's a 3-yard gain and a spot foul. Marquise Brown is back in there for Baltimore. Shotgun on 2nd and 17. Jackson on the move. Jackson breaks to the clear.
Oh, first down.
Jackson
To the 30.
And a somersault.
Ooh, okay.
To the 27.
We got ourselves a game now.
Ryan, range is over, but it's a 30-yard run for Lamar Jackson.
But watch Rashaan Evans coming, and he misses him in the pocket. It's all over from there as he makes a couple more miss. Logan Ryan with a shoestring tackle, or this one might have gone all the way. They had the perfect defense with Evans spying on Jackson. Saw the pass play, came up the middle and whiffed 30 yards for Lamar Jackson.
It gets the crowd involved here at M&T Bank Stadium. They'll quiet down now with Jackson running the offense. And a stoppage.
Read the leg, putting the ball in play. I tried to reset the play clock. Please reset the play clock at 25 seconds.
So it may affect the rhythm of Baltimore, but Bill Vinovich wanted to make sure that everybody was square here.
That's a break for the Ravens, obviously.
No timeout. Set it down to Evan Washburn.
Guys, earlier in this drive, Nick Boyle, tight end, went down. It's a right ankle injury. Heavy tape job. He's trying to fight through it on the sideline. He's a big part of this running game, guys.
Here's Jackson on 1st down. Jackson downfield, and he puts it over the head of Marquise Brown.
What's going on, Frozen Gamer?
Working on the sideline.
No, they played
No
today,
helmet.
and then tomorrow's Texans.
When we
And
asked
Chiefs,
Mark
Seahawks,
Andrews
and
to
Packers.
give us the scouting report on the 3-headed monster at tight end, he said Boyle's the bruiser, Hurst does a little bit of everything, and assessing himself, he said, I win one-on-one battles.
Yeah, I get all the passes.
And the glory.
64 catches in the regular season. Hurst with 30 and Boyle with 31.
Oh, absolutely, Chris.
11th play of the drive, 3rd straight drive where they've had double-digit plays. And Jackson puts it on the money to Hayden Hurst. He works those tight ends and has so much trust in them. Kevin Byard spins
Hayden
it
Hurst is
8.5 yards.
fired up.
Good throwing lane for Jackson. And good coverage again by the Titans, with that ball perfectly thrown into the body of Hurst and away from Kevin Byard.
So 3rd and short now for Baltimore. They are inside the Tennessee 20. From the pistol. Handoff, Gus Edwards runs into a wall and did not get there. Comes up just short.
Oh,
Daquan
4th
Jones
down.
with the tackle.
Long
And decision
Jr. looks
time here for the Ravens as
shaken up.
David Long is banged up on the play. They're already down a valuable linebacker and Jayon Brown. Shoulder injury he suffered last week. Limited action for him. Didn't play in the second half. And Long has shown major improvement down the stretch of the season. He was mostly a special teams contributor, but has worked his way
Linebacker
into
David
the
Long
rotation.
Jr.
Rookie out of West
is
Virginia, 6th-round
injured.
draft pick. They're
He is
checking
still
on him
down.
as we step aside here in the.
All right, I do got to mute the game audio. As soon as the game resumes, I will resume the audio. Oh, okay, Greenwall. Appreciate that. Jennings is injured. We having a issue? Frozen Gamer says Titans might win this. Greenwall Tree says, LOL, she just no idea what she's doing. Oh, wow. Yeah, her link is in my description. She's part of our Sports Movement Network. And the Sports Movement Network consists of me, the Gridiron Blitz, Staples Sports, Amy Amor, and then we have another division called TSMN Entertainment. And that is MonStar Sports and Entertainment. Yeah, all their links are in my description, or if you go to my page under feature channels, what do you call it? That I have all their channels listed there as well. If you're on your mobile device, just go to I believe it's channel, and it'll have all the channels of the Sports Movement Network and TSMN Entertainment. No, it's David Long for the Titans.
Time, Amor Jackson failed to pick it up.
All right, it's 4th and inches.
Gus Edwards,
10-13 remain in the third.
240 pounds, replacing Mark Ingram. It'd be a good choice here. Be interesting to see if the Ravens go under center with Jackson, because that gives you the possibility of the quarterback sneak as well.
4th and 1 conversions during the regular season, a perfect 8 of 8. They came up short earlier tonight with Jackson. And Jackson is going to come up short again.
Wow, turnover on downs.
Tried to run it inside, doubled back the other way. They are 0 of 2 on 4th. Bayard
I said
combined for
Texans,
Tennessee.
As strange a quarterback sneak as you'll ever see.
There's too many teams
Look
that
at
start
the
with T's,
penetration
man.
by the white shirts of Tennessee. They absolutely
My bad.
beat
My
the
apologies.
Ravens at the punch there. Simmons,
for the
one of
Titans,
them,
it was
and then
David
Landry
Long
cleans
Jr.
everything up.
Things that were automatic for the Baltimore Ravens during the regular season have been challenging tonight here in the divisional round.
I like the call. I mean, it's 4th down and 1. They, as you said, were
Yeah, it's
perfect during
David
the
Long
regular season,
Jr. of
converting,
the Tennessee Titans.
but 2
There we go.
quarterback sneaks by Jackson have failed the Ravens hugely.
And then the resolve from Tennessee. We saw it last week against New England. Goal line stands defensively, building confidence. They've got a 14-6 lead now on the road, and they hand it to Derrick Henry.
All right,
And they're
Derrick
gonna get a
Henry with
whole
about 5 yards.
heap and spoonful of Derrick Henry this second half. Remember, he gained
NFL
in the
memes,
second
you
half
can almost
alone in
make
the
a meme
regular
out of
season,
me.
751 yards after contact.
Can't even say the Titans.
Well, it's been a while on offense for Tennessee, but the defense has done its job protecting an 8-point lead. 2nd and 5. Henry again.
All right, Derrick Henry.
Henry weaves through.
Just short,
And it's a
it looks like.
3.5-yard gain for Derrick Henry. 3rd and short coming up for the Titans.
Okay.
Josh Bynes with a tackle for Baltimore. Under 9 minutes to play in the 3rd.
So 3rd and about a half an inch.
Converting 3rd downs in that first half.
Or 3rd and a half a yard, my bad.
37%, but my money is on number 22 here.
3rd and a little more than a yard. A long one. Hand to
Derrick Henry got the first down to the 40, to the 50, to the 40, 30, 20, 10. Oh,
Takes it inside
down
the
at the
10.
7.
Size, speed.
Oh, no, down at the 6.
Imposing. And a crowd quieter here in Baltimore for 66 yards.
Watch the
Ooh,
block here by
66
the
yards.
tight ends, Jonnu Smith, and then the little
That
tiny
boy a
crack
beast.
Henry gets through. He bounces off the initial tackle, and then there's that 4.5 speed for a guy that weighs
that's that
245
6% kicking
pounds.
in.
Just remarkable.
Matthew Judon had a chance to bring him down and could not, and Henry makes Judon and the Ravens pay. First and goal for Tennessee. To the bell cow, Henry.
All right, gain of about
Falls
2.
forward, hit by Wormley for Baltimore, and limited to a 2-yard gain, pushing and shoving. Finds
All right, second and goal.
with a shove, and no flag comes out.
It's the
Ball
666
came out
run.
well after both knees hit the turf.
And what a turn of events. Ravens moving the ball.
Nah, the
effectively.
666 run is going for 66 yards and getting the 6 points.
Baltimore can get
That's a
his offense back
666.
on the field, but Derrick Henry goes for 66 yards. Deion Lewis comes in. Second and goal. Tannehill hooks a pass.
Ooh,
Incomplete.
straight through his hands.
The intended
Third and
receiver.
goal.
Defensive play made by the Pro Bowler Marcus Peters, and it brings up third and goal for Tennessee.
That's really a curious choice by the Titans. Great throw by Tannehill, dropped by Jennings. Jennings had just
That
2
is
catches
true.
all season.
That is true, not you.
They gave Henry a breather on second down. They bring him back for third and goal. And Tannehill is on the sideline.
Marcus Mariota's
Direct
in.
snap. Henry, jump pass. Oh, trickery.
Oh,
Corey Davis,
touchdown.
Tennessee.
Corey Davis.
The razzle-dazzle for the Titans.
Oh, my God.
Just an incredible play selection
20 to
by
6.
Arthur Smith, their offensive coordinator. The
Woo.
execution by Henry. Look
Hey,
at that soft toss
is the
up over the
Titans
top
really going to
to
be
Davis in the back of the end zone,
the
beating
number
Earl
1
Thomas.
seed in the Baltimore Ravens in Baltimore
Derrick Henry just pulled
after a
Tebow.
week prior
And he's done it
going
before.
to
He did
New
this in high
England
school.
and beating the Patriots?
Could not have thrown it any better.
Yo, people got to put some respect on the Titans
newly
name.
bulldozer comes through.
They just
for the
made me a
Titans.
believer.
What can he do?
Kick is up. Kick is good.
Curves through.
21 to 6. Hey, absolutely, Demon Dad. The Ravens need some milk. Shout out to the Gridiron Blitz. I love his soundboard. But we having a great time. It is 21 to 6. Titans are up. Tomorrow we got the Texans and Chiefs, the Seahawks and Packers. Then on Monday we got the Clemson Tigers versus LSU Tigers in the national title game. They ain't got the smoke. Hey, they don't want the smoke. No, Lamar's been like pedestrian human. Like he playing quarterback like I would. Well, okay, maybe a little bit better than I would. I was never a quarterback. I was a wide receiver, a corner, a safety, and a outside linebacker. Certain plays, defensive end. You know what? Not you. I won't put it past them. In fact, I wouldn't put it past if it would be the Chiefs or the Texans. Like, Titans are legit. Like, you went into 2 hostile territories, and you were about to pop them both? I'm going for the Chiefs. They beat the Bills. Yep, I did that game, I believe, as well. Like, I knew the Titans were a good regular season team. I didn't think that they were going to be I thought they were going to at least get one win in the playoffs. I was like, you know, you could build off of that. But they're about to be playing in the second biggest game of all of their careers.
Ravens fans can't believe what they've seen.
And Arthur Smith talking to him on the sideline. Brilliant play design and brilliant execution.
Well, you mentioned it.
Amy said that
in high school.
Amy said that the Patriots should be here kicking the Ravens' butt. LOL. Tell they're 37-20. I need Ravens to kick a field goal, and I got a shot at another 400. Oh, wow. Shout out to Corey Smith. Oh, he almost... Oh, turnover. Yeah. Simmons got the football. Turnover on a fumble. Woo! Are you kidding me? Jarrell Casey. Appreciate that, Jacob. Says 1 like equals 1,000 new subscribers for Trox. Hey, shout out to the Titans. Like last week, I was going for the Titans because they were playing the Patriots. Now I'm going for them because they a good squad. All right, let's see what Tannehill got. Derrick Henry, gain of 4. I can't believe they're already starting again in the red zone. Like, this is crazy. I need the Titans to score 10 and the Ravens 3 before the 4th. Oh, we got 6:20 remaining in the 3rd. All right, Janu Smith in motion. Oh, Janu Smith dropped it.
Was the one who's...
Oh, what in the world? I had...
the high man on that list.
We still got about 21 minutes to go in this ball game.
Play clock winding down on a 3rd and 6 for Tennessee. Shotgun. Tannehill gets rid of it quickly. Brown, the catch and curl for a first down.
Boy, is A.J. Brown an impressive young receiver. 6'1", 226 pounds, and just real smooth and smart play that time as he got inside, made the catch, and realized he had some room up the middle.
And it's his yards after the catch where he has been so impressive this season.
Jacob, absolutely. That's crazy.
First and goal. Give it to Henry.
All right.
And he's dropped the 4.
Second
to the
goal.
end zone. Pierce and Josh Mines make the play defensively for Baltimore.
Is my mic on?
Just blocking
Greenwald
that time
tree?
by the blocking bruiser for the tight end for the Titans, Michael Pruitt, as they have a three-headed monster themselves with Smith, Pruitt, and Furcher.
Second and goal.
All right, second and goal, ball at the 2. Derrick Henry. Oh, only gained a yard. Third and goal, ball at the 1.
That corner. Some help from Chuck Clark, and now it's third and goal for Tennessee.
Well, they found out if you lift him off the ground and take his legs,
Hey,
he can't go anywhere.
Joseph
Good
Marshall,
job by
that
Clark
is
doing
insane.
Exactly that. Watch him go to the legs of Henry.
Shout out to the
and
Titans.
Carry him out of bounds.
Arthur Smith, it's been a brilliant game plan here for Tennessee. This is a third and goal for the Titans. Yeah, right now they have to fix the pylon, as that play knocked out our camera as well. Yeah, connect that. Good balance. I have no expertise in this area whatsoever, yet I'm commenting as if I do.
Yeah, that's impressive.
Baltimore can't let a touchdown, says Jacob.
Third and goal for Tennessee. Shotgun for Tannehill. Tannehill fakes the pitch.
Tannehill. Touchdown, Tannehill.
On a dive to the end zone. And the Titans are pouring it on here in Baltimore.
Yeah, he got a great block from the
Let's
rookie right
go.
guard, Nate Davis. But Tannehill,
They got
willing
Baltimore
runner, former
not
wide
even
receiver
knowing
in his
what's
college
going
days
on.
At Texas A&M. Watch the block by 64 right there on Fort. Enough to get Tannehill the yard he needed for the touchdown.
Man, teams didn't want no part of the Titans. Absolutely,
Ravens
Chris. That's
obviously looking for
crazy.
the pitch to
Like,
Derrick
how you
Henry.
go
The fake there
to
freezes
2
the outside. The block by
championship
Davis, the score
teams.
by Tannehill.
Well,
And the
championship
extra
franchises,
point from
their
Greg
whole
Joseph.
field, and beat them. That's amazing to me. Like, hey, I'm going like this because Tennessee is the real
Titans
deal.
have scored 14 points over the last
All right,
2 minutes
28
and
to
38
6.
seconds.
William, how about you go into my description? I have it in my description. Hey, Daniel, I gotta start listening to you now. He said, I told y'all, Ravens overrated, Titans are hot. They're pulling the Ravens offense on them. AT says, and we hired Patricia instead of Vrabel. Go Lions. Oh, man. Hey, why you got to kill my happiness right now? Because, man, I wanted, what do you call it, Vrabel as well. AT knows what's up. Oh, shout out to Matt Patricia. Wah, 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 wah. That's the sound of the Detroit Lions. But it is seriously 28-6. It's still another quarter. Now, I've seen crazy comebacks. Sorry, Falcons fans. I've seen some crazy comebacks. But I think you got to stick a fork in this one. Yeah, 28-3. You already know. But I think Titans are going to pull away this game. Even if it becomes 31-9, I still think that, like, the Ravens have to score on this drive. They have to have 7 points. If they don't get 7 points, put a fork in them.
Beat the #1 seed Atlanta Falcons in the NFC.
All right, touchback. Ball at the 25-yard line for Baltimore. Ben Jones is the Man of the Year nominee for the Titans. Brandon Carr is the nominee for the Ravens. Oh, absolutely, Demon Dad. Yeah, I see that, Daniel.
For youth, this year's winner will be announced at NFL.
How ironic was it when the Titans beat that a Patriots team?
About this year's nominees, visit NFL.com/Man of the Year.
Ryan
This ties
Tannehill
the largest deficit
scored a
this
rushing
season that the
touchdown.
Ravens have faced. They were down 22 points in a loss to Cleveland
on a fumble
back
by
in week
Lamar
4.
Jackson.
4-yard pickup, now 2nd and 6.
Oh,
Big hit.
big hit.
And a flag thrown as Hill somehow holds on to it. And he got stamped by Rashaan
How
Evans.
you gonna call a flag
who is
on?
an explosive hitter.
That was a shoulder.
Looked like a good legal hit.
How are you gonna throw a flag on that?
For the hit, but he hit him with a shoulder against the shoulder.
Well, we're going to get the call.
Prior to the pass, illegal contact, defense, 5-yard penalty, automatic first down. 54.
Actually, it's David Long hitting Mark Andrews.
What?
So the Ravens get the benefit of the call. Not on the hit. That was just absorbed by Justice Hill.
All right, well then Titans go ahead and intercept
them.
them.
Baltimore from the 34, under 4 minutes to go in
Oh,
the third. Rushes on.
almost got this.
And that pass
He
is
dropped the
by
pass.
Mark Ingram. Down to the field and Evan Washburn.
Well, guys, the Ravens will tell you at any point this season there's never been any panic. Well, that's being tested right now. During that previous time on the sideline for this offense that's been struggling, it was everybody's voice that's being heard, primarily Mark Ingram, but also John Harbaugh going over to Lamar Jackson, offering some words. There's this angst. You can feel that they just want to break this thing.
This team is used to scoring.
All right, Lamar Jackson to the 40.
As Jackson takes it to the sideline, and he's marked out of bounds at the 40-yard line. That's a 6-yard gain for Jackson.
Yeah, Jacob, I can see that.
The league this year in time of
Titans may
possession,
join the
they
few
have
teams
about a
that
4-minute
win
time
a
of
Super Bowl
possession
as the 6th seed.
so far, but they're miscues by not converting on 4th down twice, and then giving up a couple of big plays, a couple of turnovers.
I see you trolling Joseph Marshall.
22-point
And then that's why
Hey,
that
I ain't
stat
mad
would
at
be
you.
very quirky.
I was trolling
Titans were on
the New
wrong
England
end of the
Patriots
time of
last
possession
year.
category. In each of their last 9 regular
We
season
beat 'em, they
games,
win a
were
Super
playing
Bowl.
At a very high level. Just were not allowing touchdowns. Jackson.
All right, they got a first down.
For a first down into Tennessee territory. 13 yards on the pass. Logan Ryan will get credit for the tackle.
Now, there's nothing wrong with this passing attack when Jackson has the time to throw because the Titans are playing so much zone.
Jackson again. And he hits
First
Mark
down, it
Andrews.
looks like. Yep.
9
First and
or
10.
10 yards. It's going to be the latter. 10-yard pickup and a first down. Kenny Vaccaro with the stop.
And this defense is by design to take time off the clock and force the Ravens to use up a lot of clock and a lot of plays as they try to get into the end zone.
Jackson, not much of a rush. And it glances off his receiver, Willie Snead.
All right, 2nd and 10, 2:10 remaining in the third. 28-6. Titans are up.
So clock stops.
Ravens
2:10
with
to
the
go in
ball.
Third quarter. Ravens were 7-1 at home, 7-1 on the road.
Both teams got 3 timeouts
They were by
each.
far the best team in football during the regular season.
Play clock down to 15.
And this city has been galvanized by Lamar Jackson,
Down to 10.
we all presume will win the MVP award.
Down to 5. All right, Lamar.
Second down, Jackson hits Willie Snead, who gets
Snead with
tackled
about
immediately after the grab. But the last player to win the MVP
maybe
award
about 5.
and also win the Super Bowl in the same season, Kurt Warner. Have to go back to
gain of 6.
1999.
3rd
Those
and
two are
4.
not going hand in hand.
Hold on. Where they call?
First charge, timeout. Tennessee.
All right. Tennessee Titans take their first time out. They left with 2. Baltimore still has 3. It is 3rd quarter, 150 remain. What is going on, Damian? How's it going, brother? Just Marshall, are you a Broncos fan, Panthers fan, or Colts fan, or Texans fan? Just Marshall answers with the Panthers. Just Marshall says, you know, some dude had a drop 10,000 on the Ravens. That's crazy. Too bad for that guy. Hey, you already know. That's why, man. 10,000 on the Ravens. Oh, wow. $25,000 on the Chiefs to win it all at the beginning of the season? Right. Hey, hashtag facts, James Willis. Absolutely. Get poor quick scheme. Oh, man. But right now, these Titans are destroying. Absolutely, they are.
Jim Nantz, Tony Romo, Tracy Wolfson, Jay Feely, Gene Steratore. The rest of the crew will be on hand. Winner there.
Oh, interception!
Stepping in for the interception,
Kenny Vaccaro! Let's go!
Another turnover. It's a Titan tidal wave in Baltimore.
Hey,
Now, Vaccaro,
John Harbaugh, it's time to put in them backups.
He reads this route.
You need a spark.
Boykin on the outside, and another fingertip catch by a Titan, and another turnover by the Ravens.
Vaccaro is ruled down as Boykin touched him as he hit the ground.
Julius says, you got to be kidding me. Hey, when I first started off this stream, I said, oh, Ravens got it.
And Lamar Jackson
28-6, I said. I had to say, you know what? They beat the Patriots, now the Baltimore Ravens, both at their crib.
Handoff, Henry.
Derrick Henry with the first down to the 40, to midfield.
And so methodical in how he does it. Nothing fancy.
And then,
23
you know, they put up
yards.
28 to 6, and I'm just like, you know what?
The lane he gets there is
They on a
Lamar
mission.
does a nice job of pushing out the defense, and then another step.
You know what? I'm going to go out there and
Clark.
say it right now. Titans are going to the
That's
Super Bowl.
That's the Heisman right there for you, Chuck Clark.
R.I.P. Juice says
He could just run
Titans
over
deserve the Super Bowl.
defenses.
Henry is
And
a
he's doing it
baller.
against one of the best units in the NFL. The Ravens.
Hey, they are definitely
Ranked
pulling
fourth in total
Bill
defense. Henry
Goldberg.
again.
saying, who's next?
We are under a minute to go in this third quarter as Pecco makes that tackle for Baltimore.
Ian, we got to clean it up, brother. All right, Derrick Henry, no gain. 3rd and 4. And that should do it for the third quarter. R.I.P. Juice, real talk. I thought that what do you call it? You know, the Baltimore Ravens were the most complete team. You know, they got running back, they got, you know, a mobile quarterback that can even throw it, and they got a defense. I was like, okay, well, you know, that's technically advantage, you know, Baltimore. Well, here's how it went down. What's going on, JT Loyalty? Says good game. How's it going? You know, this is how it came down in my head right now. Baltimore does not have Derrick Henry. And now it's like they don't have Mike Vrabel. Yeah, and to say that, you know, Tennessee being a 6th seed, you know, that's technically, let's call it what it is. That's limping into the playoffs. They limped into the playoffs and are now getting owned, or now owning. Not only did they knock out the New England Patriots, no, they want to double up and say, you know what, forget the Patriots. We want the number 1 team, and we're going to go to their house and beat them again. William Pittman says, oh, no. Nah. Shadow Kid says, what's up? What's going on, Shadow Kid? Julie says, it seems that the Titans are hot at the right time. Limped in and getting hot. Ain't over yet, though. I got a feeling. Hey, I hope so. I mean, like I said, when I hit start stream on this, I said, I'm going for the Baltimore Ravens. Don't believe me? You could rewind to the beginning. I said, I would like the Titans to win, but I got Baltimore. Nah. Titans said, hey.
28-6 lead on the number 1 seed in the AFC.
We getting this.
Baltimore Ravens. We start the
Crazy.
fourth quarter and a 3rd and 4 for Tennessee. They have beaten the Ravens at their own game. Dominant running day. Tannehill timely passes. And that's incomplete. Tannehill was hit by Jalen Ferguson as he released it.
The Ravens finally come with a blitz, and they get home to Tannehill and force that incompletion.
Derrick Henry has 21 attempts for 173 yards.
8 yards.
No touchdown
for Derrick Henry.
They have 186 yards on the ground on a night where a running back has thrown for a touchdown.
We don't say them words.
Has run for a touchdown.
And this defense of the Ravens,
you can say Tannenbaum,
93 yards per game in the regular
but
season.
we don't curse. Right, 4th and 4. Curtin set to punt.
Try to place it in the corner. And this one will
Hey,
sail
Nick,
out of
I ain't
bounds,
never
so
gonna
we'll see
change
where
your
they block
mind.
it down that sideline.
But I will say Ezekiel Elliott is the reason why Dallas
it's the
wins
12-yard line.
games.
Kern does his job.
It's not Dak Prescott. Hey. James Willis, what was that for? He says sorry. He's new to the chat. Theodore, terribly sorry about that. Stay in the chat. James Willis, you know, he's new to the chat. This is his first time in the building, so, you know, he's okay. He got the one warning. He said he was sorry to forgive him, so, you know, okay. He says, James Willis says, okay, I'm sorry too. Yeah, so, Theodore, stay in the chat. It's a 300-second, what do you call it, timeout, though. Does Jackson have the magic? Now we will see. Hey, it's the fourth quarter. It's the money quarter. You want to make a name for yourself. It's the fourth quarter that matters. You know, you got 6 points. You got to get up to 28, so it's 22 points down. 3 touchdowns in a single quarter. Anything can happen. Micro Mike says, I said Titans would win. Hey, shout out to you, Micro Mike. You did. Hey, and you heard me say, I said, oh, Baltimore was going to win. Hey, shout out to the Titans. They made me a believer today. Because real talk, I had the Baltimore Ravens in the Super Bowl, and either the Seahawks or the 49ers in the Super Bowl. Oh yeah, absolutely, Julie. Absolutely. 2 quick touchdowns and they right back in it. Insane Wonka says, I got deleted too, and all I said was, yeah, well, Insane, it's because we don't do political talk. You know, we're a sports channel. You kind of keep it just strictly sports.
Last year against the Chargers, stuck with him, haunted him. Preseason game,
hey,
regular
that's
season
that's
game,
facts, Micro Mike. That's facts.
I just want to win. Tonight has been a serious struggle.
Oh, Lamar Jackson takes off
Jackson
to the 20. Got the first down.
And decelerates as he gets out of bounds after the gain of 11 on the ground.
Christian McCaffrey, MVP.
He's absolutely working perfectly for this
Titans underdog. I love it. Says Michael Mike.
Quickly here, toss to Justice Hill, and he darts out of bounds. Logan Ryan, when we sat down with him last night, he said,
you know what the crazy thing is about that though, Michael Mike?
We knew we were better than that.
Is everybody, their fan favorite was,
everybody has
contributed the Baltimore Ravens, and
the Ryan Tannehill move.
And now that the Titans have literally punched them in their mouth,
was made by Mike Vrabel, that
28-6, with 13:50 left in the fourth. It's like,
to the ball, a jump on the right side of the
you got to put respect on the Titans.
Did Ronnie Stanley coax Harold Landry?
Neutral zone infraction. Defense number 58. 5-yard penalty. Still second down.
And it's Landry.
And I thought the other interesting thing that Logan Ryan talked about is, being a Super Bowl champ, when he came over to the Titans, he thought that, this is a team that hasn't been in the playoffs. I'm going to have to do some things to get him on the right page about what it takes to get into the playoffs. He
Frozen
discovered
Gamer
that there
says,
were
let's
plenty
go
of guys
Titans,
on the
goodbye
team on the
Ravens.
same page with him.
Jackson.
Nick says, no matter what happens, not bad for a wide receiver.
3rd and 2. Amani Hooker, the coverage on the tight end. 13:41 to play in the fourth quarter.
Obviously, this is 4 downs every time for the Ravens. They've got to go for it, obviously trailing by 22.
We asked Lamar Jackson, what did he do last weekend? He said, I watched both AFC wildcard games and it pumped me up. I wanted to run out onto the field and play that night. Jackson.
Lamar Jackson to the 50.
Incredible.
Near the Titans 40.
When he gets into a crowd, making players miss. Is put on the highlight reel. 27 yards.
Oh yeah, absolutely frozen gamer. Actually, as soon as I get off of this stream, I'll be setting up for the Texans
and then finally
Chiefs
out of bounds.
And then as well as the Seahawks and Packers.
The Ravens huddle up after the run that just
and then on Monday I'll be doing the LSU and Clemson game.
14 yards for Jackson. First down toss underneath, and that's
all right. No gain by Andrews.
And a time that will roll off the clock because of that no gain play. You're almost better off throwing that ball.
Damian says Vikings lose and Ravens lose.
Andrews
both purple. Any coincidence there?
Pseudo hurry up. Ravens came together for a moment, didn't fully huddle. 2nd and 10. Jackson to a spot. Good hands by Boykin.
It's saying we are a sports channel.
He gets hit on the play by Tremaine Brock. 9 yards through the air. Well, the clock is rolling. 12:28 and counting left in the 4th. Third and 1 for the Ravens. Fake the handoff. Jackson will.
All right, Lamar Jackson picked up the first down, gain of about 2.
Needed a yard, picks up 2.
They're really wasting a lot of time. These plays should be called at the line of scrimmage, as they're going to do right now, but that brief huddle, precious seconds.
Lamar Jackson.
Jackson, the soft toss to Ingram.
Mark Ingram, gain about 9.
2 Titans to bring him down, led by Wesley Woodyard. 9 yards on the catch and run. Amani Hooker helping out. Check in with Evan.
Well, guys, a conversation I had with Mike Vrabel at halftime was this right here. He said no matter what the score is, this is a full game. The composure part was so important to him, to his message to the guys.
All right, first down.
2nd and 1
by Snead.
Snead with the catch to move the chains. They pick up 7 yards.
Well, the one thing Vrabel might do is do some substituting along that defensive line, because right now the Titans are gassed. Not getting anywhere near Lamar Jackson.
Jackson, end zone.
Oh!
Touchdown.
Touchdown.
Hayden Hurst.
Hayden Hurst with a touchdown.
He's trying to climb back into it. They finally put a touchdown on the board.
It's the speed of Hurst that gets by Vaccaro here.
Hey, did Julie Hudson predict a comeback?
A little bit behind him. Great effort there by Hurst. Protection is there for Jackson, and a smart throw to put it up high to a receiver who's 6'4".
Jennifer
and Ravens are going to go
Melendez.
for 2 here.
Hopefully I said your last name correctly.
Trailing
come on, Ravens.
to 12. 11:04 to go in the 4th. It's a very confident team on 4th downs, which they have been unable to cash in on tonight.
Julie says, told you not over. There's the first one.
Yeah, and on the season.
All right, Julie, I got to keep my eye on you. I might got to come to you for predictions.
Jackson spin and throw. Popped up in the air, knocked away.
The 2-point conversion is no good.
So the Ravens now.
Oh, okay. I said it right. Julie, they should have. They got greedy on that. You don't have to always hit a 2-point conversion every single time. Go for the 1. Kick it off. Get your defense. Get the ball back. go for another touchdown, go for one. You know, and then on that third, now, okay, hey, now we need a 2 to tie it. Okay, now I can go for 2. You know, they straight out try to go for the jugular right off rip. You know, now they need the 3 touchdowns plus a field goal. Jennifer says, we coming back, watch. I mean, like I said, when I first started the stream, I said the Baltimore Ravens was going to win. And then, you know, 28-6, I was like, hey, the Titans are for real. But win, lose, or draw, both teams, real talk, you got to put respect on them. Rula Jackson says Titans up. Rico Rodriguez says not enough time left. Julie says that's exactly right. Listening to John Madden taught me that. LOL, showing my age. Hey, I remember John Madden. 2 touchdowns and 2 2-point conversions.
Whistle was blown.
The back judge was not off the sideline. I did not blow the ball in.
All right, there's a re-kick.
We've been talking about rust. The official's a little rusty tonight.
Yeah, but why are you going to go
for
2 touchdowns and try to get 2-point conversions? Like
an error by
you put your
official.
Pretty
you put
clean,
a whole
though,
lot of pressure on your offense.
Why were you looking at Gene when you said that? Gene, are you okay with this? Do I have to get between you and Dan here?
You wouldn't mind officiating up here for a minute, would you?
No. From here, very safe, very
Never
comfortable.
when you're hot.
Down there,
it's hard
I want no
first
part of it.
game
As
back.
a back
Yeah,
judge, you
absolutely.
do tell the kicker to wait for the referee to blow the ball ready for play.
You know, for say guys like Lamar Jackson, he had 2
Obviously,
weeks
it shows
off
Baltimore's hand,
because he didn't play week 17.
and they'll try it again. Caught at the 10. And Khalif
Why did he
Raymond
slide?
brought down short of the 20. Well, coming up tomorrow, continue on Fox. The Seahawks take on the Packers in Green Bay, and then the winner will play the 49ers next Sunday in the NFC Championship game presented
Rula Jackson
by
says, let's go
Intuit
Titans.
TurboTax.
Lauren Ryder says, just got off for work. Surprised the Titans are up this much on the Ravens.
Now, Ravens need a 3-and-out. They just need to possess the
20
football.
days off, says Rico.
Tennessee
RPG
does
says
not
the Titans
have a
are not
3-and-out
winning
tonight
the Super Bowl, though.
on offense. And
Just
even
says
11
Green
minutes
looks-
to play here in the fourth.
All right,
When we
all
asked
that
John
matters,
Harbaugh what was the message
personality
this
is
week,
what
he said the
lasts
message has
forever,
been the
straight
same from
facts.
day one. Every game is the Super
Now,
Bowl.
you says
Without
they
this
need
one,
to go for
we
the
don't
2
advance.
point on
If
2
you don't
touchdowns.
advance, there is no Super Bowl. Derrick Henry just keeps getting better.
All right, second and 2.
8-yard gain by Henry. And now he's beginning to put himself into very
Dad says I'm
select
old,
company
Sumi.
with his back-to-back performances here in the postseason.
Yeah, and that was the first time they've run a toss play to take
You're really
advantage
quiet,
of his
Troxel?
speed to the outside.
How am I quiet?
I think when he confronts a tackler, it's dangerous.
It's a confrontation.
Man.
Henry has 181 yards on the ground, a long of 66. And it's a 2nd and 2 for Tennessee.
All right, Derrick Henry.
And Henry is stopped.
Gain of about maybe a yard.
Did not get
Third
to the
and
line
1.
to gain. Huge play here for Baltimore
RP
defensively.
Juice says
It'll be 3rd
Hashtag
and short. Derrick
Chiefs
Henry,
Kingdom.
most rushing yards in his first 4 career postseason games, topping Terrell Davis. Arian Foster, Fred Taylor on that list, and now 150 rushing yards in consecutive postseason games, joining Franco Harris, Marcus Allen, Terrell Davis, and Le'Veon Bell. Third and 1 for Tennessee. Tannehill comfortable with a quarterback sneak. 6'4", 217 pounds.
Well, look at the gap he sees right here. I mean, simple, isn't it? He's got a running play called here, but he decides to just take it himself, and why not?
Dan, you think back, early in the season, week 7, we get assigned the Chargers and the Titans, and Ryan Tannehill is making his first start.
All right, 9 minutes.
You don't know what to
First
make
and
of
10.
Tennessee season. Marcus Mariota obviously was the face of the franchise.
Ball on the
Tannehill
28.
steps in, and it's changed everything, and it's been a renaissance for him. Tannehill on the move.
Ryan Tannehill.
Yeah, Tannehill goes down along the sideline
And got
All right,
down
second and
before
8, or
going
second and
out
2.
of bounds. The official winding the clock. But this is, again, a big part of Tannehill's game as he takes a shot to the back of the head from Earl Thomas.
Yeah, Tannehill was motioning to that spot on the back of his helmet, hoping to get the officials' attention. But Tannehill's a runner there, so he's fair game. Second and 1 for Tennessee. Now Henry gets hit hard, and that initial spot is enough for the first down. Brandon Williams in on that hit, and now Tennessee is just bleeding the clock, and they may have the best running back in the league to do it with Derrick Henry. The offensive line has done a fantastic job for Tennessee creating some
All right, it's
openings.
the first down.
And then Henry does the rest.
Tannehill just sacked one time all day.
Titans
And,
have
of course,
207
all these
rushing yards. Baltimore
on the
only has
ground.
158.
Offensive line has been dominant from the get-go.
Henry had 182 yards on the ground last week against the New England defense. He has topped it here tonight against the Baltimore defense.
All right, Derrick Henry.
And Baltimore's got to use a timeout.
Gain
and
of
John
about
Harbaugh
3,
does
maybe
just
4.
that.
So a 3-yard gain for Henry. Timeout.
All right. That was a timeout called by the media. K Smash says, do you have to talk? This is my channel. Yes, I do. What's going on, Drew C? Rula says Titans beat 2 top defenses already. Appreciate that, Christos Carestas. Hopefully I said your name correctly. If not, I'm terribly sorry. Welcome to the family. You're definitely an MVP. Julie says, I must go back to the 2-point conversion. Bad call, Ravens coaching team. Yeah. You know, like I said, you go for the touchdown. You get the extra point. You rely on your defense to get that stop. You know, your team's feeling good. It's getting points. It got 7 points instead of just 6. You know, that's going to get your team, okay, hey, we can really pull into this game. Now your team makes a stop, gets a fumble or gets an interception, scores again. Hey, now we're only a touchdown away with a 2-point conversion. You know, now your team is really hyped and the crowd gets back into it. You're at home. And what did the Titans do? They ran the football, took the crowd out with the 28 to 3 lead. or even just say right now before it was the 28-6. You know, completely took the crowd out of the game. You know, so that's why you gotta kick, sometimes just kick the extra point.
All time with 100.
You know, rely on your defense
in 3 consecutive games.
And try to get the stop.
And backed it up with a 182-yard performance against New England last week. He's at 186 tonight. Second down and 7 for Tennessee. Jump cut by Henry.
All right, gain of about there. 2.
2-yard pickup. 3rd and 5. Counted down to the 7-minute mark of this fourth quarter.
Nate Davis had to leave the game with the appeared to be some type of neck injury. So
Ruler Jackson says,
Jamil Douglas,
destroy them.
The Titans run to the strong side
Christo
of their offense,
says,
away
thank
from
you.
the
You're welcome, Christo.
There. Get the ball in behind Saffold and Lewan.
Well, if you have any chance to get back into this game, you have to have a stop here for Baltimore. 3rd and 5 for Tennessee. Handoff. And Henry is brought down.
All right, 4th down.
Made a great play, fighting off the block of Jonnu Smith.
6:33 mark of the 4th. And a timeout called by Baltimore.
All right, Baltimore has 1 timeout. Tennessee has 2 timeouts
to
left.
Milk the clock against Bill Belichick. And the Ravens are not going to allow that to happen. Baltimore is down to 1 timeout remaining. 6:33 to play, 4th quarter, 28-12.
What's
Titans.
going on, NBA Tyler? Says, bro, come on, Ravens.
Game, looking to pin the Ravens deep in their own end.
Welcome to the chat. Appreciate you for coming out.
Now we know Baltimore special teams are certainly capable of blocking a kick. Ravens are coached by Chris Horton on special teams. First year as the coordinator, 5th year with the organization. They got close. Kern gets rid of it.
All right, it's a touchback
to the 20-yard line.
And Kern came down.
Ravens need to play hard the last 6 minutes. So if you guys enjoy NFL and college football, this is definitely a great week for you guys. I'll be doing the Texans and Chiefs, Seahawks and Packers, and then Monday I'll be doing the Clemson LSU game. During the week next week, I'll bring in the Pistons and Celtics, Celtics and Bucks, Michigan Wolverines and Iowa, Pistons and Hawks, and then we get ready for the AFC and NFC title game. My channel is based off of football and basketball, college and professional. So if you enjoyed, basketball and football, definitely consider hitting that subscribe button. We have fun, and, I love the interaction with you guys. I am a Detroit Lions fan, a Detroit Pistons fan, Red Wings and Tigers fan. I know my teams are hashtag trash. I'm cool with that. I know the Red Wings, they finally got a general manager. In Steve Yzerman. So I got hope for them. That's where the hope of Detroit lies, in Hockey Town. Rula says NBA comeback is impossible, bro. Rico says Kern got hurt. RP Juice says tough. Chris says I don't see the Ravens going far. They struggle versus solid running teams who got good defenses. Rico says no comeback is not probable. NFL Meme says Curran hurt his right leg. Julie Hudson says don't feel bad. Your team's your team. Mine's the Browns. So, hey, I'll drink to that, Julie.
1-6 matchup in the AFC Divisional round. It has been a state of shock for these Ravens fans.
One day, Julie, me and you will see a Browns and Lions Super Bowl.
The 1 seed Baltimore, the 2 seed Kansas City. Chiefs still have to try to take care of business tomorrow against Houston here on CBS. Jackson buys time, and he tosses it away.
NFL Me says Browns choked this year.
Stops the clock with 6:17
That's because they
left.
failed to get a real head coach.
Talking to Vrabel last night about confidence and momentum. He said momentum doesn't last very long, but confidence is what builds your momentum. This team has all the confidence in the world going
RPG says Cards beat the
Gillette Stadium
Seahawks.
and beating the world champs, and then the best
I did
team
live
in
out
football.
in Arizona as well, so
Having them down
you know
now by
Arizona
16.
teams are my second favorite teams. Anytime it's a Detroit versus Arizona team, it's always go Detroit team.
30 players make their postseason debut last week, but once you've made your debut, now you've got playoff experience under your belt. Mike Vrabel obviously experienced it quite a bit
Nick
as
says,
a player.
man, Metro Detroiter over here.
And
Pistons are only
the
watchable pro
carryover
team
from
around our
confidence,
parts.
regular
Go Blue,
season
though.
into
Hey,
the postseason has been
I
palpable.
appreciate that, Nick.
for
Go
Tennessee.
Blue, absolutely 110. And yeah, Pistons are the only watchable teams right now.
Baltimore beat Tennessee in 2018 regular season.
I still can't believe they
in
want to trade
October,
Andre
21-0.
Drummond.
Ravens had a franchise record 11 sacks that day.
All right,
Willie
big
Snead
play
with
by
the catch,
Willie
and it
Snead.
covers 27
Got a first
yards.
down.
But Joe Flacco was the quarterback for Baltimore at that point, and Marcus Mariota was the quarterback for Tennessee.
A real good read that time by Jackson.
Greenwald tree.
Right to the line of scrimmage smartly.
Under 6 minutes to play now.
Welcome, work
Jackson with a
hard.
high throw, handled by
Work hard.
Brown. He's
1333.
quickly wrapped up by
Thank you for
Logan
joining the
Ryan.
family. You're definitely an MVP, brother.
Give him a gain of 7 through the air. So Baltimore in Tennessee territory, just inside the 48-yard line. 5.5 to play on a 2nd and 3.
All right, first down,
Nice move
Ravens.
by Brown to get extra yards. And the Ravens moving quickly as they pick up 9. Mark it down at the 38 of the Titans.
Work hard says, thanks,
aside
bro.
from
No,
that,
thank you.
long
I appreciate
pass,
you.
that one-handed catch for Brown that went for 38. They really have not been able to get him deep down the field. And we've got a false start here.
False start. Offense number 73. 5-yard penalty. Still first down.
And it's the veteran Marshall Yonda. Yeah, you wonder if this is going to be his final game as a Raven. He's talked about the possibility of retirement now in his 13th year. He's been a leader and a stalwart.
RIP Juice,
for the
yeah.
Ravens offensive
Luke, I
line.
mean, I don't know what happened with
Coming
him
into the league
yesterday,
in
but
2007.
man, Luke Donich,
Jackson makes his move upfield.
that's your MVP on in the NBA.
And working it to the sideline, out of bounds.
All right, first down. Lamar Jackson picked it up.
3 yards like a pinball. Lamar Jackson.
It's got to be a frightening sight to see him coming right at you and then just whiffing. And he's done that to the entire league this year.
First player in NFL
This is a
playoff
play
history
said, are you surprised
with
about
over
the score?
300 passing yards and 100 rushing yards
Yes and no.
in a game. Jackson. Hurst wasn't looking. Timing was off. And Hayden Hurst.
That would have been
the
an easy
momentum would have
walking
carried him
touchdown
right
if
to
he
the
would have
end
looked
zone.
for that ball.
And a catch.
It looked like the ball hit him right in the face mask, or the shoulder at least. Did not get his head around. Good read by
I'm
Jackson.
somewhat
He
of a
puts the
Suns
ball
fan. They
right
should have took
on
Luka.
him.
Yep.
Yeah.
.449 to play in the fourth. 6th drop pass tonight for Baltimore. Titans trying to get to the finish line. Ravens trying to make this more interesting. Jackson out of the pocket. Fakes the throw.
All right, third and 5.
Picks up 5 as he circled around Wesley Woodyard, who tried to cut off the
Smash
angle.
says maybe next year.
Saving that last time out by
Greenwald
getting
Tree
out of
says let's go
bounds wisely.
Suns. Rise Phoenix. Nick says Ayton is low-key a monster though, and Booker is a Michigan boy. Just wait on it.
Baltimore Ravens have had at least one takeaway in all 24 of their playoff games. That did not happen.
I think
at least
Ayton
so
good, but Luka overall better.
3rd and 5. Jackson spins. Looks downfield. Jackson still roaming, and he chucks it away. Now it's 4th down for Baltimore.
K-Smash says Ayton good.
Jackson
At what?
unhappy that none of
Hey,
his
he did get busted
could get
for
open.
performance-enhancing
I gotta give
medication.
a lot of credit to the secondary.
Jackson has thrown the football 49 times tonight. There is no way that was what the Ravens envisioned. Playing from behind in desperation mode.
I mean, Nick, I would actually, I don't know. I would actually have Luka and Booker
Jackson on
because
4th
Luka
down.
could play the 3,
Broken up.
Booker can play the 2
Mark Andrews,
or the point.
the intended target, and it's Crookshank for Tennessee. The Titans can taste it.
Rula says
Really
they had a
great
great
coverage
view
by
and
Crookshank.
a
And
bye.
what a play. Did not spin Andrews with his right hand, got the left hand right to
What
the
you mean,
ball.
Rula?
And as you said,
Oh, a great year.
Bird,
Okay.
ball game.
The
Yeah.
Ravens 0 of 3 on 4th downs tonight. Mike Vrabel allows himself to smile, congratulating Crookshank.
Yeah, at this
And the
point,
Titans
Joseph Marshall,
offense
that's exactly what it is.
comes onto the field with 4:27 to play in the 4th.
Nick says, yeah, but Booker and Rubio already dominated the
to
ball.
Henry.
Luka, as a spot-up shooter,
Hit from behind
isn't
and
near as
kicks
dominant as he
a
is now.
yard.
Yeah, but
Timeout
you know,
call.
you
And
didn't
with all
really
the
need to go
carries
out
that
this free
Henry has
agency
had this season,
and get
he's fumbled just 5
Ricky
times,
Rubio.
losing 3 of them. You can see he's more interested in covering up than getting extra yards now.
And the Ravens are out of timeouts. Coming up, State Farm postgame show.
But I do want to say
JB,
shout out
Phil, Nate Boomer,
to
Coach Cowher.
Kelly Oubre.
Highlights and conversation all coming up on the State Farm postgame show.
All right, Baltimore is
There are
out
Miami
of
Dolphin fans
timeouts.
watching this
Tennessee
game right
has
now
2
going,
remaining.
What? What happened here?
You got
Ryan
4:21
Tannehill
remaining in the 4th.
is 4 minutes and change away from leading his team to the AFC Championship game.
Yeah, and the biggest part of it is the system fits him.
Oh yeah.
he's got
Well,
Derrick Henry.
Smash. The reason about
Doesn't
that
hurt.
is,
Let's not forget about number 22.
well, for one, even the
Big part of
NFL
the
is
system.
rigged, and it's legal
When we
for
asked
the
him
rigging.
about last week, he said we expected to win.
Because the
And while everybody
NFL
else was
falls
surprised
under
about the
entertainment.
result in New
So
England,
it's just like the
Titans
WWE.
expected to win. They respected the Patriots, but it didn't change their approach, and it's been the same vibe tonight here in Baltimore. Only teams to win multiple games in the same postseason with fewer than 100 passing yards. Miami,
Oh man,
72 and 73,
R.I.P. Juice.
Pittsburgh and 74.
That was some fun
And the
basketball.
Titans on the verge of doing
Lakers
that
and Kings back in
again.
2002.
71 yards
with
through the
Chris
air
Webber,
last week. They've got 83 yards
Patience
passing
Stojakovic,
tonight.
Mike Bibby,
1 of 4 in the second
Doug
half for
Christie.
Tannehill for
Oh,
9
come on now.
yards.
There was no reason to throw it.
Against
in
the
this
Shaq and
pass
Kobe
happy
era.
league. It's old school.
That's run happy for Tennessee, and just overall happy.
And the Bucks, Sixers in the Eastern Conference Finals.
You know who else might be happy? The
No more
Texans and
score.
the
I
Chiefs.
need under
One
42
of
and a
them
half.
is going to host
Hey,
the
that's
AFC
what's up.
Championship game.
You got 40.
But the possibility of playing what is now the hottest team in the league.
Oh,
the Tennessee
absolutely,
Titans.
And
Rico.
trying to
Kings
figure out
definitely got
How to
robbed.
stop Derrick Henry.
Remember, the Super Bowl is in Miami. Ryan Tannehill could be making a return to
Oh,
South
you're talking
Florida.
about
That'd be something.
Billy Donovan, I think it is.
Brett Kern to punt it. Under 3 minutes to play.
I got to tell you, I'm pinching pennies, so this was the only
Trying to keep it
way
away
I
from
could get
DeAnthony Thomas,
this game.
and he
Thank you so
does
much. It's
exactly
been a
that.
lot of fun. I will see you next week. Good, clean
Out of
fun
bounds
here.
at the
Thank you.
24-yard
Hey, I
line.
appreciate
That's where the
that,
Ravens
Julie.
will have it, a 55-yard.
Yeah, I mean, I do this all year long.
2:45 left
And
on
I'll
the
be
clock.
doing this, you know,
So it will
every
be
single
the
day
Texans
or
and the
every single year. You know, I only literally will take 3 weeks off. And that's from right after the NBA draft till the start of, week 1 of preseason. Outside of that, I stream every single week, every single game as humanly possible. And I do college, pros, and in the NFL, NBA, and college for basketball and football. I don't green wall tree. That is more for Amy and Amor. You know, baseball can get kind of long and dragged out, and I don't know a lot of the stat lines and stuff like that. So I try to stick to what I know. Kind of stay in my lane. Oh yeah, that's right, Nick. Oh yeah, Billy Donahue. That's right. Hey, it's been a long time. Yeah, 162 games is a definite grind. And then with my work schedule, that it really hurts. Yeah. I mean, if I do it full time, you know, if I could get, you know, like 100,000 subscribers and be able to be a stay-at-home person and be able to do YouTube full time, oh, I could definitely probably do it. You know, I would have to really research a lot of things and things like that in order to, you know, understand the stat lines and different things like that. Like when I watch baseball, it's really, okay, do the Tigers win or not? I mean, I did watch a little bit of the World Series and stuff like that, obviously, because, I mean, Detroit Tigers did have a little piece in it. You know, you had Justin Verlander, Max Scherzer, and things like that. You know, so I'm more of a casual fan with baseball. That is, like, if I had to grade it, that's actually the 4th on my list. It goes for me like football, basketball, 1A, 1B, and then it goes hockey after football and baseball, or basketball and football. Then it goes hockey. Then it goes baseball. Josh, I thought the same thing too. For me to not see only one touchdown out of Baltimore and only have 12 points, that is insane. RIP Juice, yeah, I got either LA or, you know, the Lakers or the Clippers really being world champs this year. I think a team from LA is going to be a champion. I hope it's the little brother Clippers, but it is what it is if it's the Lakers. I mean, I'd be proud for, you know, Contavious Caldwell Pope. And the team that runs the football in the postseason wins games. That's why I thought this game was going to be super close. Because both teams can run the football. I'm not too sure. Greenwall Tree. Float pool. Yeah, I mean, obviously, this team that scores more wins the game. But Vince Lombardi, the guy that the Super Bowl trophy is named after, says in order to win in this game, you have to run the football. You also have to play great defense. And you also got to be able to, move those sticks. You do those things, you're going to score. And when you score more, yeah, you're going to win. What's up, Arku? How's it going, brother? Ooh. Well, no, in the NFL, it's money pays for the games. And trust me, the house wins. You think Roger Goodell's gonna put together some stuff to where he's gonna lose billions of dollars? Oh, Boykin. Hey, they're all three. Float pool, they all three. William Penn says, let's go Baltimore. Especially for the Pats. Rams were underwhelming this year. You know, I think with the Rams, I think that the Patriots exposed them. Just like the Atlanta Falcons. I appreciate that, Julie. Yeah, I mean that's what I do. That's what I do it for. Everybody have fun. We kick it. It's kind of like everybody's watching the game with each other. All right. Shout out to the Tennessee Titans. Shout out to the Baltimore Ravens. It's a tough loss, Baltimore, but you got a bright young future. You guys got a bright young future, so definitely, definitely keep your heads up. Learn from this game, get better. This is technically the first playoff game for Baltimore with the new regime. What I mean by that is with Lamar Jackson and company. Keep your head up, guys. You guys will be back. Now, Tennessee, Titans up. Stand up. Y'all did y'all thing. Hold on, here's some Derrick Henry.
Football world. What do we need to know about the Titans at this point that we don't?
I think just watch. Watch us work. We ain't going to do too much talking. We're just going to work and believe in each other. That's our mentality, We'll come out here and work. That's our mindset. Focus on finishing.
Nearly 400 yards on the ground these last two games for you. How are you playing at this rate at this point in the season?
It's not just me. It's a team effort. I think, we're all playing collectively as an offense, as a whole, and we just locked in. Like I said, we believe in each other. We communicate. and it's working out there, and I'm just glad that we're able to win this game against a good opponent.
One win from a trip to the Super Bowl. How would you describe the confidence level of this team?
One game at a time. One game at a time. Enjoy this win. Get ready for the next one.
Congrats, Derek.
Appreciate that.
All right. And that is your final 28-12. Tennessee is going to the AFC title game, folks. Christo says under, yes. Hey, that's what's up, Christos. But tomorrow I will be doing the Texans and Chiefs, Seahawks and Packers, and then on Monday we got the Clemson Tigers and LSU Tigers for the national title game. And then next Sunday is the AFC and NFC title game, and then I got some college basketball with the Michigan Iowa on Friday, and some NBA basketball Wednesday, Thursday, and Saturday. But I had a blast, you guys. You guys are truly my favorite crowd. So shout out to you guys all. Man, I can't wait for tomorrow. Hopefully I get to see all you guys. It was a blast. But with that being said, I do got to get set up for tomorrow. I'm going to have both the Texans and Chiefs and Seahawks and Packers streams up by tonight. And, so tomorrow as soon as you wake up, or tonight, throughout the night, just check it, and, you guys can hit there's a little remind me little bell for that stream. And when that stream goes live, it'll notify you immediately. And if you guys are new, definitely hit the subscribe button. Smash that notification bell, set it to all. And, on your way out, if you can leave a thumbs up, it'd be greatly appreciated. But with that being said, it was a good game. I'm proud of the Titans. They went to Gillette Stadium, beat the New England Patriots, go to the Ravens, and beat the number 1 seeded Ravens. Shout out to the Tennessee Titans. Appreciate that, Demon Dad. Says on the way, hit that like on the way out and subscribe. Appreciate that, Demon Dad. My goal is 2,000 by Super Bowl Sunday. If I could get blessed with the 2K, I'll definitely be appreciative. Because without you guys, there is no me. At least not on this platform. But with that being said, you guys, I truly appreciate you guys. You guys are all truly, truly a blessing. I had a blast. But with that being said, you guys, I will see you guys tomorrow. This is Troxel Sports Talk, and I'm out. Peace.